I think oh.
Look, you don't have to make those kinds of noises. We get it. You're in pain.
I got Charlie Horse on my foot.
Charlie Horse.
I'm gonna start asking everyone for insurance before a healing word. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Give me 100. Give me 100 gold.
Yeah, that's just. Oh, you thought that was it? No, that was the down
healer's
payment,
tax.
homie.
I've never heard the words Charlie Horse for a muscle spasm.
You never heard of Charlie Horse before?
I've
Really?
heard the term. I just have never heard it used, but I know of the term.
Absolutely no
Did we just
clue.
lose a person?
Nedra. We lost Nedra.
She's dead. Oh god.
No.
Too drunk.
Yeah, no. I think
Wow.
I think the cozy revolution that's happening is was too much for Nedra to handle. The revolution that I am spearheading.
Hey, we're live. We've been live for a little bit.
Okay.
Nedra.
Welcome.
Are we live?
We're live.
We're live.
Am I back?
Or life.
Yes.
We're live. Hello. Welcome to session
Viva la
5.
revolution.
Session 5 of Golden Opportunity.
Wow.
Wow.
Viva la revolution.
Oh my god, Gore.
What?
What do you have? A small knife?
A small
No!
knife.
What do you have in your hand? A revolution.
Oh,
Dagger smiling.
Oh,
So-
now she has something. What the?
Yeah, fuck off.
I got really confused because I had the audio on the stream and I heard them talk about the knives and Core shout Viva Revolution twice and I was like, my brain was breaking.
Yo, the cozy revolution. Let's go.
Lovely.
This is our stream now,
What's
Embo.
happening?
So
Well,
I have a cat.
Core. Since you have a so-called revolution, how about you give us a recap of what happened last time?
Give me a second.
1.
Excuse me, sir. It's been 1 second. You better come back here.
Please, sir, can I have some more recap?
Please, sir, give me more seconds. Please.
Just a crumb of recap, Core, please.
I need more time. I need more time.
Just a smidgen. Oh man.
Do you perchance have a recap ready?
I'm here.
You know what? I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll for the recap. So let's do it off of Discord.
No, I did it last.
1,
I did it
2,
last
3, 4, 5, 6.
Please get a 4. please get a
Keto. Hey, it's your time, Keto.
Man,
Welcome.
that's me. That's my name.
Do you want to give us a recap?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Give me like
I
3
just got
seconds.
back.
I'm building it up in my head. Okay, here we go.
Oh, you're charging your recap?
Here we go.
Oh,
Yeah,
here we
yeah,
go.
yeah. So,
Go Super Saiyan.
oh man. Okay, if I missed any parts, someone else fill them in it when I mess up. My memory is like not the best, and my
I have
notes
no.
are.
I'll assist.
I mean, if you want, I can start and you can finish it.
Yes. I take me to the forest.
We did, but we didn't start in the forest, did we?
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, I know from then on for sure everything. That happened.
Okay. Before we went to the forest, we had food. And before we had food, I found a cat. And then we went to go. Then the cat turned into a tray. And then I served everyone food on the cat tray. And then.
Everyone thought you were sick.
Yes.
Mentally.
And then the tray turned into a cat, and then everyone was like, "Oh, you're not going insane." And then there was like some talking, and then we went to the forest.
Okay. The
Okay,
only other thing I remember before is I know Maxim had a bit of a powwow with Harless, so it looks
Yeah,
like they
I
had a
broke
little bit
the
because
language barrier with Fishman.
they can understand each other now.
Yeah, that's what I meant by
I'm
the
a
talking.
water person. He's a
Oh,
fish man. We just kind of go together, you know.
we also found out that the name of the scout that Ira freed is Dina.
Yes.
That too.
Yeah.
Important.
After Ira absolutely just beamed them with 2 nat 20s.
All right, so when we got to the forest,
Ooh, one other thing before we go to the forest,
Yeah,
we also
yeah,
found
yeah.
out that Apollo is a stinky baby.
ooh,
That is in my notes.
that's good. That's good.
Mhm.
Go ahead and draw a big old circle around that, maybe a star.
Yeah.
Can't forget that. All right, cool, perfect.
That'll be important. That'll be important for the test.
Yeah.
When we got to the forest, I'm trying to remember who it was, but there was some, I'm going to call them sparkly wisps along here that kind of were indicated that they lead, quote unquote,
I
home.
pointed that out.
It was you. Okay, perfect. So it was Lorelei that recognized that. When we started making our way around, Joggin mentioned that to the right, that's where some loggers went missing. We gotta go find out what that's all about. So we kind of wandered over there. When we got there, there was a myriad of what looked like petrified, I'm gonna call them zombies. They weren't moving, and so Ira took a little pause to try and see what it was about, while the rest of the party kind of like poked and prodded to see what was going on. They broke some of them. Badsy found a head.
I cowered in a corner.
Lorelei
With
cowered in a
Gallant.
corner.
I found the head of the head logger door.
I'm pretty sure they hooked arms, so write that down. And once Ida finished her detect magic, she decided to try and pull some of that dream essence out of its head. Did very poorly, and they all woke up, but we beat him down with some, I'll call them minor injuries. If I missed anything, anyone, do tell.
We're now settling in for lunch.
That's what it was.
We're staying
In the
here? I
rain.
thought we were going.
The only other thing I have written in my notes is that I traumatized B-Skit with a 32 charisma intimidate.
Oh yeah, that
Oh,
too. I'm actually drawing that out.
Don't you fucking do anything, you worthless cat.
You worthless husk. Yeah. There we go.
All
That
right.
was all, Mr. Sheehan.
Pretty good group recap, guys. You give yourselves a round of applause. Give yourselves a round of applause.
Yay!
Hell yeah.
All right. Well, let's get some music. Some ambiance. Give me the ambiance.
Ira, why does your macro look so excited to have a dagger?
Because it's excited to have a dagger.
Are you not excited to have a dagger?
Yeah, what the
Give-
fuck?
Give
No,
me.
I'm not excited to have a dagger. I'm excited to have a longsword.
Dagger's
Give me
good.
the ambiance.
I have
The
a dagger
ambiance.
too.
Why do you have
we do
a
it
dagger and a knife?
Why do you roll
Why
0
not?
damage? What happened?
What,
know-
what? Okay. Would you not want me to have a knife to help with the chopping up food?
Why do you have a dagger?
Why do I have a dagger? Why don't you have a dagger?
I'm not violent.
Be better. Have a dagger.
Do you want my dagger?
Hold on a second.
I really don't use it.
I have a dagger.
Oh shit!
Wait, lost.
He lost a finger? When did he lose a finger?
Who cut jagged finger off? Barrett!
One of those things bite it off?
Oh no!
Ow! Ow!
Oh yeah, we healed him, or Badsy did, I think.
Yeah, I healed him.
Squidward?
Yeah.
Barrett still, or not Barrett. Buddy still has the cart attached to him, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna look and see what's in the what's left in the cart to make some lunch.
There's still some adequate food supplies. You think that after this lunch though, you might run out of most of the food that's there.
Okay.
Okay.
Are we doing some form of like short or long rest?
That's up to you guys. Do you want to do a short rest, or you want to do a long rest? 1 hour.
Oh, okay.
But you can spend multiple hours doing something if you have other things to do. Like you could spend multiple hours to spend multiple hit points, or
Yeah, I can. If we do a short rest, I can like sing us a song of rest.
A little singing, a little songing.
A little sing song of rest for everyone.
Rest we must.
Yes.
So, I am going to get some ingredients together, and I'm going to make something simple. We'll do something like sandwiches. Just keep it simple. I'm gonna sit on this stump right here and make food.
Nice.
All right, Badgie, you're singing a song, right?
Yeah, if we're resting, I think anyone that wanted to, I'm just gonna put it in the chat.
Okay, give us a song.
Shit.
It has to be befitting of that natural one.
I'll give you a beat.
Someone give me a prompt.
I'll give you a beat.
Someone give me a word.
I'm not gonna do it. I can't do it.
About your friendship with Gallant. I don't know. I'm really bad at prompts, man.
Yeah, think about how great Gallant is.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll get us right back up on our feet.
He did just blast the zombie in
once
his face.
was a man named Gallant, and he was rather valiant. I can't do it.
It was great.
Come on, keep going.
You know how many words rhyme with Gallant? Probably more than I can imagine, but not off the top of my head. Every enemy he faces is an ant.
Yeah!
Good job.
Gallant.
Yeah.
Oh shit, okay.
It's a fat beat. All right.
Yeah.
Are you keep going? Are you gonna keep going, or are you done?
No,
all right.
It's a 1 in healing him.
All right. Roll me an additional d6 then. Because you actually did perform.
You know what? Next time I'm gonna have some songs ready.
Okay, so everyone heals for 6 as a part of their long rest.
I must have buddy clicked right now.
All right, and for most people, that brings you back up the full. Why is it such a fat beat?
It's very.
Tempo, I wanted you to know I did my HP myself, so you don't have to.
Okay.
Yeah, we could.
Save you a little bit of work.
Do we still roll a die or something? No.
No.
Okay.
For most of you, it heals you to full. But if you wish, you could use any of your hit dice because you are taking a long rest or a short rest. Sorry. So, Jagan will roll a d10. He healed for 7, which brings him back up to full. Nice.
I'm probably not gonna use any of my dice because I'm only 6 HP off of full. I'm fine.
Okay.
I am
sure that's a fifth of my total, but I'm fine.
And during this period of time, does anyone want to? Do you guys want to speak to each other? Do you want to do some role play?
I want to challenge Gallant to a sparring match.
Oh, you want to challenge me to a sparring match? All right, little Maxim, I gotcha. Let's go. Are we doing fists? No.
Doesn't seem the place for it.
Fist only weapons. I'll let you pick. I'd fight you either way.
I think you should just let him get the energy out.
You're really gonna
Interesting.
fight Gallant while
I
I'm
tell you
singing
what.
to him about the
Flip a gold coin for it.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll a d2. One we're just going straight fisticuffs. 2 we're going weaponry. Fisticuffs.
All right.
So just ching,
Fisticuffs.
boom, lands in my hand. Hey, it's heads.
While this is
Fisticuffs
going-
then.
While this is
Gets
going
into
on,
like a
I'm
fighting
carrying
pose.
on chanting.
All righty. You come at me first. Hold on, let me get music.
I thought he was going to turn me down. I didn't think I'd get this far.
Just,
See, now I have fear.
I'm just continuing my song of rest in the background. It's like, yeah, this is the Gallant chant. Chest so big, must have an implant.
There it is. There it is.
Okay, let's just play this. It's simple but effective. It's simple but effective. That's what you need in life.
We can't play that. We get a copyright strike.
All right. So I do duels a little bit differently in this world.
Oh boy,
Since they
didn't know
are
that.
since it's
what
since
have
it's
I gotten myself into?
since it's technically PvP, it works normally as normal combat, but I need you to roll me a d20 for me, please. As Gallant will do the
With
same.
Nothing else, just a straight d20.
Just a flat d20. All right, you rolled a 7, which means you got higher. Would you like to go first, or would you like to pass your turn? If you
I'll
pass
go
your turn,
first.
if you
I'm
pass your
coming out
turn,
swinging.
all right.
Well, tell me the pros and cons here. I do want to know the mechanics of what
Well,
of what I've accidentally put myself into.
Going first gives you the option of attacking first, and therefore getting an upper head start. But if you go second, your round gets advantage. Gives you advantage on your strikes. Because you're pretty much giving your turn up for the other guy.
Yeah, Maxim ain't the type to sit around and wait. I'm going first. I'm coming out swinging immediately.
Okay. What you doing?
I'm gonna run up and just swing wide, try to hit him.
All right, roll the hit.
Is it just? Do you want me to just roll my regular unarmed attack or
Unarmed strikes?
Okay. Yeah.
That will miss. He will grab
like
your
to
fist.
think
He will grab your fist and push you off.
Ah.
All right, come on.
Do I get my martial arts bonus action attack as well?
Yeah, you do.
Okay. Oh, and I'm not currently I don't have my long sword, so I don't get my Kensei monk things. So shit. Hiya!
That one will hit. So you watch as he pushes you back. He grabs your fist and pushes you back. You use that momentum to do a backwards kick to his stomach, hitting him for 7 points of damage.
I gotcha.
Gallant,
Get freaking bopped.
Gallant will rub his hands together, spit in them, and let out a rage.
Oh boy.
All right, and he's
Guys, I
going
may have bit
to
off a little more than I could chew with this one.
he's going to reckless attack hit you.
He already had advantage.
No.
Oh,
he doesn't
no,
have
okay,
advantage. You would get advantage if you acquiesce your turn.
Okay, I got you. I misunderstood. Okay, I got you.
All right, so does a 19 hit?
I wonder. Yes, that hits.
Okay.
Very effectively.
And he hits you for 4 points of damage plus an additional 6 points of radiant damage. So you watch as his fists, as he spits into them, you watch as they begin to glow with a black magic, as he punches you across the face with strength that you haven't really felt before. It sends you spiraling back.
Ah! It's like spit out a little bit of blood. Just. Oh, I like that one.
Oh.
All right, and now Is that his whole turn?
Mm-hmm. He's done.
Alrighty. I'm gonna go and take a run at him, and I'm gonna attempt to freaking dropkick his ass.
All right, you have advantage.
Okay. Well, I didn't know I had advantage. Oh yeah, the plus. Not a natural 20.
All right. You will drop kick him and kick him in the chest once again for 4 points of damage.
Yep. And then as I'm on the ground, I'm on the ground for my drop kick. I quickly rise back up, and using that momentum of getting back to my feet, I'm gonna try to uppercut him straight across the chin. Nope.
You still have the advantage.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Thank you.
That one will hit. He kind of looks down at you for a second, like, huh, is that all you got? And then as he turns away, just as he like looks away from you, you get up and uppercut him across the face.
I like to think I shake my hand a little bit. It's like, why is your jaw so bloody hard?
Chiseled jaw, maybe. as he spits out some blood. You got good fight to you, Maxim. That's why I brought you in here anyway. But I think it's time for you to sit down. As he's going to make another punch towards you with Reckless again.
Wonderful. I think that
No.
I think that's gonna hit.
Oh, he rolled absolutely terrible in the damage though. 6 points of damage.
Alrighty, that.
I just healed you guys.
Oh, don't worry.
know.
This isn't. You'll be healed from this after.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm still like, damn. No.
As he walks up, without even like he still has his hands in his pockets, and he just kind of kicks you, and the kick sends you spiraling back into the tent.
Ah!
He moves over here and sits down on the log.
Smug bastard.
It's your turn.
Alrighty. Yeah, I'm gonna get back up. It's like, kind of shaking a little bit. Just, that one hurt. That one smarted. And here we go again.
You have advantage for all your attacks.
So I'm gonna need it. Just a kind of a wide swing with the right hand, trying to catch him across the face.
Boom! You hit him across the face once.
Bonus action, do it again.
I think that one will. That just barely hits.
Alrighty. I'm doing it, guys.
Your second punch just barely connects with his chin.
Well, that's all I got.
All right.
I'm probably gonna get put on my ass now.
He's going to grab your shoulders. I need you to make an athletics check for me.
Oh boy.
Ooh. Okay.
Ooh.
As he attempts to grab your shoulders, you quickly bat the hand away.
Nah, get out of me. I ain't that easy to grab.
He's gonna pass.
And he did. That wasn't a reckless, so this
Nope.
does not have advantage anymore. Well, first shot goes wide.
Second attack
one-
hits. As your first one just barely grazes off his body, your second one connects again.
Yeah, you see Max, I'm just going for this. I'm basically trying to throw more punches than Gallant can feasibly dodge. But it's not working because I don't have enough damage.
All right, this time he's going to attempt to grab you again by the scruff of your the scruff of your shirt.
Alrighty. Oh, I can beat it. I can beat it.
Ooh, give me a reroll then.
Ah, dang it. Yep.
All right,
That's
this
it for
time
me.
he grabs your collar and sits you down on the log next to him. You lost.
You see Max.
Just give up.
Yeah, you see Maxim struggle for a minute, and then finally she in like wrestling where they like tap the other fire. It's like, all right, fine, I give. Let go of me.
You got better. You did. You might have done some serious work to my jaw. If I was a normal guy, my jaw would have been a little fucked up.
Oh, if you was anyone else, you would have been floating your ass. You would have been flat on your ass first hit.
We'll give you a pat on the shoulder. Oh, you did good. You did good, Maxim. And because of
I'll
that,
get ya.
you gain
I'll get you next time, Captain.
you gain 1 point of inspiration,
Yeah.
Holders.
and you are
This
healed
is
to
how I'm
full.
gonna get inspiration. I'm just gonna be constantly fighting people.
Okay.
Where do I not? Oh,
I already
you've
got it.
Marked down the inspiration.
And
Thank
Yep.
you.
Maxim got off lucky because didn't Gallant last session, but something we forgot. Didn't he send someone into space?
Yes, he did.
Like, I was just really like counting things. I was like, I'm sure there's something I'm forgetting.
Yeah.
Well, the main difference was I was fighting him barehanded. I feel like if we were doing weapons, then like you would have knocked me out in one
We're
hit.
blasting off again.
Oh, I have to add his Polar Master damage. He took Polar Master.
Does Key come back on shorts? Or is it longs? I don't remember.
I think you get 2 points back on short.
I think he's short.
I've also not used any, so that's very convenient.
Oh, well, there you go then.
Okay. And as these two are scuffling it out, at this point, Lorelei, your food is finished.
Yeah. Cool. I did the roll earlier.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It is.
Okay.
It is really good cooking.
Cool. Since Barrett's right next to me, I'm gonna hand Barrett like some bread.
Nom, nom, nom.
There you go, Barrett.
Please insert bread into mouthful.
All right, Barrett, roll me a d20, please.
Oh no.
Pretty good.
They call it
Good.
the throat goat.
Excuse me.
Mm.
Also, I looked it up, and Key does restore on a short or long rest.
Oh, I thought you
That
looked up what
very-
I thought you looked up what that meant.
No.
No, I already know.
I did look up throat goat. It is indeed.
No, I already know what that is.
Pretty goated.
I'm going to hand Buddy some food as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then I'm going to walk over to Rel and Ira and hand them both a sandwich.
You look over and you see these two are beating the shit out of each other.
One is getting hit significantly harder than the other one.
Thank you. She's just gonna start eating immediately.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hold on, I gotta send
Right.
Helios a sticker real quick. Think.
I'm going to hand a sandwich to Jacob.
Jagan.
And
Jagan will actually give you a nod of respect this time and like give you a bow. Thank you. I appreciate it.
well, I'm just glad you're accepting my cooking this time.
Takes me a little bit to warm up the good food.
Well,
After
you enjoy.
after the cookie fiasco, I had to make sure it's not poisoned.
Those cookies weren't poisoned to begin with. I would never stoop so low as to poison or tarnish my own good cooking.
Lowly tarnished.
They're loathsomed.
At
Tarnish.
least we finished fighting at this point.
Yes.
Okay.
You see as Gallant kind of like wipes some blood off his chin. Oh, you made sandwiches.
Yes, I did.
Awesome,
thank
awesome.
Goodness. I need
Thank you.
some food after that.
Yeah, I figured you two would need something after that.
Thank you, Lorelei, and he gives you a hug.
Oh. Yes.
Lorelai's just like furiously blushing. Like, she gives him a hug back.
He doesn't seem to notice. What'd you make this sandwich out of? Pretty good.
Thinking of ingredients. I'm going to say there is tomato, lettuce, and some form of meat.
We know there's jerky in there because I've already been at that several times. Like in the cart, I mean.
You know, I I like the bread. I like the bread that you use for this. It really complements the tomatoes and lettuce, and the type of meat you got in here too is pretty good. Good job.
So we should think about getting some more food supplies soon.
Oh, I'm sure the town over will have some food.
Yeah. I'm gonna have Biscuit come over.
Meow, meow. Can't you tell she's blushing? Meow, meow. What's the cat saying?
What's the cat doing?
The cat's saying that you can hold yourself in a fight really well.
Oh, thank you, little buddy. As Gallant will get down on one knee and like begin petting Biscuit. Meow. You're showing affection to the wrong person. Meow. Meow.
Damn Biscuit.
Oh, I love Biscuit. Biscuit's good. Biscuit.
I love biscuit.
Meow.
It's so great.
And I'm gonna hand some food over to Biscuit as well. A little bit of meat.
Meow. Nom, 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 nom.
What a good cat.
Okay.
I'll do one more thing.
Oh.
You said a finger of his is missing from being bitten off.
You do notice that he is, in fact, missing a finger. It doesn't.
Okay.
You don't know if it's like a recent injury, but it's to the point where it's been, like a little molded over. I guess the skin is kind of like molded over the lost finger. It's his ring finger.
Oh, got it. Oh, marriage was that bad, huh? But so okay, when I look at his finger, it sorry, I would have only done this if I'd like seen his hand get bit in that last fight.
Oh no. He's just a punching bag.
Okay, perfect. I just want to make sure. I would have like wanted to take a peek at it, but if that didn't happen now, then I would not have done that. I'm sorry.
But as you're over here, what are you and Rao doing?
Well, I would have said Ida probably would have been a little bit concerned with the fight going on. Like, is this really necessary? And she probably would have said, like, should we stop them? I don't beating the tar out of each other.
In all fairness, in my own headcanon, I've never said this, but this is not an uncommon occurrence.
It's definitely happened.
I'm always trying to get the better of
She's
Dark
seen
Captain
blood flying.
Combat.
What does Rao think?
Rao thinks that he shouldn't be fighting here.
Fair enough. But as you're watching them fight, you're like, damn, he knows how to throw a punch.
Oh, what? Oh, God. I'm trying to think of... is it the... I can't remember what musical it is now. But there's like a song of these two, like, hot boys fighting and a female character in the background being like, oh my God, I don't want to watch them fight, but they're so dreamy.
Oh God.
Oh, I know. I know what you. I think I know.
I
what you're
can't...
talking
It's
about.
not in, like...
I don't remember it, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I found it.
All right. And with that, your hour comes and goes. Maybe you spend a little more than an hour. So it's about probably closer to 1 or 2 p.m. What do you guys want to do?
Well, we should head to the city, right? Or try to. I don't know which way it is.
Jagan will tell you, the city's just about, you go north a couple of miles, and then you just take a east sharp turn.
So what would we be expecting waiting for us there?
Honestly, it's just a couple of houses, just where some of the people work on the farms, and maybe some sort of defenses because a couple of the scouts ran away. I would be prepared, but who knows? The thing is, Tobias is very calculating, so more than likely he probably already sent a couple of scouts to watch us. We could be being watched right now.
Everybody rolls a perception check.
All right, Jagan will stand up, kind of like dust themselves off. I wish this rain would stop. They'll like fiddle with their fingers, look at their ring finger that's gone, and just kind of like, ow, sad noise. Ow. Ow. All right, and then we have one last person here in their small little tent. What you doing, Fee?
I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna roll a 1d2. How was it again?
Hmm?
How do I roll a 1d2?
Oh, slash roll and then 1d2. Make sure there's a space in between the roll and the 1d2.
Hell yeah.
Oh, 2.
Okay, I'm gonna chat with my god then.
Ooh.
Okie dokie.
Gonna pray. Oh gosh.
All right, and what do you say?
Okay, Fee is just gonna do the normal hand praying motion gesture, and she's gonna say, "It's been It's been another week again since I last talked to you, Brian. I've been. Now, I guess it's really been kind of hard to avoid everyone's touch. I almost got touched by some creature. I was very worried what was gonna happen if it touched me. It's been so long since that day that happened, and I became like this. I really don't know what happens.
You'll see within the tent, as you pray to Torin, the shadows will begin to swell, almost like a beating heart. Well, child, I think you're doing pretty good with what you have. the cards given to you. What do you say?
Lauren? You answered?
Well, I believe it is me, is it not?
This is the first time you answered.
Unfortunately, I have to be sparse with the times that I talk to my followers. With the sun in its current state, I cannot risk speaking to people too much and crossing that threshold. But for you, little Fee, I will do just that.
What's happening to the sun? What's causing this to make you not talk to your followers?
There is much I want to say, little Fee, but I cannot ensnare you in this issue. Others are trying to solve it, but the sun does not have the world's best interest at heart. Well, they believe they do, but in fact they do not. I understand her pain, and I understand her sorrow, but she has overstepped boundaries and lines that should not be crossed.
Oh, that's very odd. I didn't expect that.
The world is an odd place, little Fee. You will come to learn this soon enough. Curiosity and oddities lie at every small corner, a stone unturned. Use that curiosity that you have to find said stones. And perhaps you'll come to learn why you were chosen.
Wish I wasn't chosen for this. And she just gestures her own hand, her that's dark-skinned.
What you have is a unique gift that is lying itself within your soul. Perhaps you could use it to guide those who are also dealing with said afflictions, if you so find them.
I really hope I can find people that are like me. I've heard things about them.
I'm sure you can, little Fee. And the shadows in the room begin to dance and spiral into that of a form. The form of a large man in a giant cloak. The sound of clocks ticking can be heard as a small pocket watch begins to glow. Okay, that didn't... Okay. Thank you, Foundry. Thank you, Foundry. That's so cool. I had this cool moment lined up and the art and everything, but... Oh, well, nope. Foundry had other things planned. Man,
you try to trust Foundry.
Man, what the freak?
That ain't... My god, that is a cell phone.
You used to call me on your cell phone.
Oh, Empo, please.
Late night when you need my love.
Alrighty, where's the self-protection
Oh,
stick? I
there
gotta
they
whack
are.
There
somebody.
we go.
It's a go! Here we go again.
Little Fee.
Yes.
I extend to you an opportunity. An opportunity to heal this island, which has been scarred by nightmares.
Mares.
The man who runs this place is cruel. He utilizes nightmarish entities for his will.
That's. I don't know what to think about that.
The people here might be in pain. And one of my decrees is to ensure that you can take it in yourself. Take in their pain.
I will uphold this. Promise you.
I know you will. You got the fire within you, kid. And I'm excited to see what you can do. And what you'll blossom into. But for now, I must bid adieu. Toodaloo.
God, that says toodaloo. Love it.
To the
Can I say something funny? I like to
What?
think in the background of that entire conversation, you just hear, it's just me and Gallant just beating the shit out of each other.
Wet slabs.
I'm going to go check on Fee and give sandwich.
As soon as Lorelei walks into the tent, all the shadows dissipate as a bright light emanates from her, shielding you from the shadows. You see Fee in a corner, almost not really huddled, but also huddled at the same time, but kind of just like tucked away in a corner.
Fee, I made lunch.
Oh. Did you make?
I made a sandwich. Well, I made everyone sandwiches. Would you like one?
Sure.
I handed it over.
I go from below without touching you.
I haven't eaten one yet, and I'm gonna sit next to Fee. And I'm going to start eating my sandwich and say, I've noticed you are very careful when taking the food from me. Are you afraid of, like, are you uncomfortable with touching other people?
I didn't say I'm uncomfortable. I'm more cautious than anything else.
I see. I just, wanted to make sure that, you're comfortable and everything, so... Yeah, I just...
Wanted to make sure you didn't hate me.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that, like, I wasn't crossing any boundaries. Obviously, I want you to be as comfortable as possible, and, I gotta make sure everyone stays fed. So...
See, yeah. Are you alright, eating here with me?
Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't I be?
Well, I see you very close to Gallant. I thought that you would be much more accustomed to be with him more than with others.
Mm. I mean, I greatly admire and respect Gallant, but that doesn't mean I should neglect the rest of the crew because of that. You know, he always talks about how we're all family, and you know, I do care about everyone on the ship. We're all very important. We're all very important to making everything run smoothly on the ship. So, you know, just.
Mm.
I also cook everyone's meals, so of course I'd want to get to know everyone, make sure that everything's, you know, good, and I'd like to learn everyone's tastes and everything so that I can continue to provide delicious meals for everyone. So, hospitality is very important to morale.
I guess that's true. Got a point there.
Besides, I mean, I've noticed that you're a little, you tend to be a little bit on the quiet side, so I thought I'd, you know, make an effort to learn more about you.
Oh, thank you for at least having some interests. Mm.
Is it that obvious
No.
that I have
No.
affection for Gallant?
She just looks at you. Very.
And yet he seems to not notice.
Oh, he is silent after all.
I don't know how I could be any more forward than I already am. But good things happen in over time. So, so continue munch is going to munch on her sandwich.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna take a while till he notices. Very, very, very long while.
Just means I'll have to be more persistent.
Just try harder, forehead.
Exactly. Lorelai's not exactly very smart either.
Take it
Just
from a
wait.
10 to an 11. Thinking emoji. Just start speaking in a himbo and then he'll understand.
Charisma 20, int and wisdom 1.
My intelligence is 7. My wisdom is 10.
That I'm.
That checks out.
My intelligence is also 7.
I'll be rooting for you.
Lorelai's just gonna have a dumb grin.
You hear the sound of fighting still outside.
Yeah,
Jeez, what's happening outside?
Me and Gallant went, freaking finished our sandwiches and went back at it.
God damn.
Round 2, Gallant.
And then you hear the sound of someone tumbling through dirt.
Ah! Boom, 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 ah! Oh! Just face down in the dirt, just.
You good there?
Big face up out of the dirt. Oh yeah, I'm fine. I asked for this. Oh boy, there we go. Slowly get back up.
He grabs you by the leg and just throws you to the other side.
Oh, there she goes.
He walks in. Oh, hello. Got a little powwow in here.
You could say that.
How do I?
I did say it.
Rotate. How do I rotate?
Click your token, control scroll wheel.
Oh, a control scroll wheel.
Oh my
At least
God.
I think it was me. He kind of like does a mod check.
You can say that. I did say that. Yeah,
You know what?
Oh my
It's
God.
like, I'm just gonna stay down
I
here
love
for a
him.
while.
He's so dumb.
What a precious, stupid elf.
Precious stupid.
He's such a himbo and I love it.
His ears are sharper than his intuition.
Oh.
Gallant casts friends on himself.
What? What does that mean?
Does that mean he becomes a narcissist?
I was always told that I am my best friend.
Oh God.
Don't let Barry hear you say that. I
Is
say
that
out
like-
of character.
Is that like the best way of curing depression? Like, if you cast friends on yourself, you must really
Okay,
like
he's
it.
dancing. He's dancing right now.
Love that for him.
I love you.
God.
Oh my god, Gallant. That might be a side effect of casting friends on himself all the time. Shit. Like, fucking hell. Damn.
Oh, Gallant, you gotta love him. I swear, like, this entire campaign is just a dating simulator, and Gallant is the main protagonist.
Oh, you did.
He made his choice.
You did say. I think the first thing you said was like he looks like a harem protagonist.
Oh yeah, before we just knew him as like the captain, right? When we first saw the artwork, he was just the captain. And I was like, oh yeah, that is a harem protagonist, and that's why
Checks
Maxim
out.
is a female. I leaned into it. Otherwise, I would have just played a dude.
Oh, Lorelai, look at this. As he's going to
Oh boy.
I fully believe it's canon that he says Lorelai.
He still doesn't know how to pronounce her name.
He doesn't. He's not smart enough.
you watch as he's going to balance a fork on his nose.
Look, Lorelai, perfectly balanced as all things should be.
He does it. He balances it for like about 10 seconds, and then ding, 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 ding.
Oh my God.
You're more concerned about the ruined cutlery than you are about his skill.
I'll be rooting for you.
Oh, I'll be rooting for you too. Lorelai, Lorelai, Lorelai,
Is he handed
Lorelai.
over?
Lorelai,
Is he handed over the fork to like balance on her nose now?
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'll try and balance it on my nose.
Oh, here you go. Let me put it on your nose. Oh, what if I put it on your horns like a tuning fork? Ding.
Yeah, let me try and balance it on my horns.
All right, there you go. Think he puts it on your horn. Give me an acrobatics check.
I can't handle this.
Surprisingly, your horns are pretty good at balancing forks. Who would have known?
Well, we wouldn't have found out if Gallant.
Oh! You're such a good fork balancer.
Fork balancer.
I'm rather impressed with myself.
Very good with your horns. We need to fork more.
I can't handle this.
Yeah, it is kind of sad music. I was just reading what Chad's saying. It's like I love the fact that this is happening during sad music for this scene.
Oh, we were. It was an emotional scene. Now it's Gallant. Man.
And now it's Gallant.
Gallant needs his own personal theme song.
Actually.
Tempo.
Well, actually,
Actually, wait a minute.
So while Lorelai's balancing the fork on her horn, she says, "Well, you know you could call this impressive, but I don't think it's as impressive as you, Captain."
Oh, I'm not impressive. I'm just me.
You just hear Maxim like groaning somewhat in pain in the background. Just,
But Captain, think of that zombie you blasted off into space. That's impressive.
Is it?
this.
I mean, you looked quite happy with yourself after.
Oh, well, it was pretty cool. Well, you know, maybe
That's the effect of Friends kicking in.
maybe I am impressive.
I think you're very impressive, Captain.
I think your cooking is impressive.
Aw, thank you.
And you, Fee, I think your magic's impressive. The way you did those, whoa, and the whoa, and the was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was totally really cool.
Thank you.
Alright,
we have the best D&D party ever. Like, we cannot be topped for just stupid roleplay.
I'm feeling extremely ready to go take over the town now.
Really?
Yeah!
All right, let's fucking do it. He's gonna grab your hand and rush you out of the tent.
Oh, wow.
Oh, whoa.
Look, guys, Lorelei's ready to go. Let's do it.
She's gonna whisper. Go ahead. Go.
No, you go.
I was seeing you drag her out of the tent. She's gonna whisper to Sinendra. I guess they finally. I don't know.
And then V walks out. Oh no!
Walked out. Yeah, they finally fought.
Theo was just watching. What were all three of you doing in that tent at the same time?
Oh, did you know that Lorelei could balance forks on her horns?
Nope, can't say I know that.
I guess you could say it's fucking cool. And he's going to grin.
My lord, Tarn.
You hear, like, far, like, not quite near you, there's, like, just a hand smacking against someone's face.
What?
Oh,
Like
Oh.
just when he goes like fucking
facepalm.
cool, just really loud facepalm.
Oh.
Lorelai's like brain is empty right now because like Gallant's holding her hand. She is not processing any of the conversation that's happening right now.
Mm. All right. With that, are we ready to move forward?
Hell yeah!
I will say I just had a stupid idea.
Okay.
Oh.
I love
I was
those.
like, oh God, do you want to see a party trick of my own?
Oh, let me see what you got. And he walks over, expecting like something really cool.
So I'm a water genasi, so I could just use shape water. So I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the rain and I'm gonna swirl it into a little ball in my hand. Just be like, I got water.
His mouth drops.
And like, you know when someone like spins a basketball on their finger?
Yes.
I like do that with the water ball on my fingers and then just toss it from one hand to the other.
Give me a performance check.
Oh great, that's not something I'm good at. Ha ha!
Well, thankfully you're pretty good with that. You balance it on your finger, and Gallant's like, Lorelai, do you see that? He's fucking balancing it on his finger.
I did see that, Captain. It's
She's a fucking mad woman.
I'm good with water. But I tell you, that's my own mucus. That was me out of character.
Oh
I'm
shit!
good
It
with water.
it is raining, right? He's gonna take off his captain's jacket and like put it over Lorelai. There you go.
It's so big, it probably just absolutely engulfs her. We just see a pair of
Well, what-
horns sticking out the
Yeah,
top.
you just see the horns like kind of give like a little tent, make a little tent. Oh, there you go. You don't want to get wet.
And you ain't got to worry about. You ain't got to worry about me. I'm always wet.
Never mind.
I didn't mean that the way it came out.
Yeah, no.
Like sometimes I do it just to be funny, but no, that was unintentional.
It's okay. The captain has an effect on people.
Yeah.
And for
It's
some,
okay. He
some-
probably didn't even realize what you were saying either.
Oh, he probably has no idea.
and for some reason, you guys see smoke coming out of the small little makeshift tent.
Just like last time.
That's not normal.
Lord, you're on fire in there. I got a water ball right here if you need me to splash you.
I'm good.
Yeah, alrighty. I just like throw it over my shoulder behind me and hope it doesn't hit Buddy or Barrett.
He fires off into the plants. Alrighty, are we ready to move forward?
I think
Let's
so.
go.
Alrighty, let us get to the next map here. This map is so... I really like this map.
We spent an hour just messing around in camp.
Yeah,
Well,
man.
I mean, that
These
is
are
the time of a short rest.
That's fair.
Yeah.
These are the first. Those are the best types of D&D sessions. I don't know why I said first. I had a stroke.
Oh god.
Alright,
I'm
all
excited
the
to take the town.
you guys are free to move yourselves wherever.
Residential
Yeah.
quarters.
If all the entertainment can come from just us talking to each other and being stupid, that's all we need. Em doesn't even need to do anything at that point.
Yeah,
Pretty
man.
much, yeah.
Who are these two?
They just appear to be commoners. And as soon as they see you, they immediately go back into like their houses and lock their doors. Chink, chink.
Wow, friendly bunch, huh?
I'm gonna knock on one of
It's
those
to be
doors.
expected. We're pirates after all.
It's-
Hello? You're not gonna steal my stuff, are you?
Is the door closed?
The door's like half open, like it's like, you know, just enough so they can get like their nose out. You're not gonna steal my stuff, are you?
Where is this nose in placement to 4-9 Ida? Like, how tall are they?
Oh no. Maybe like above your head.
Ida will look down at herself. I don't think I'm gonna be able to take anything of yours. I just have a question. Can I see your face? Just can you peek out the door? Just you don't have to open it all the way.
You see a small half-orc woman, kind of like pokes out.
What do her eyes look like?
Her eyes are black, and you notice she peculiarly has red skin.
Perfect. I just meant like, does she look enchanted in any way?
Off
Off of a glance. If not off a glance, that's fine.
Not off of a glance, no.
That's fine. She wouldn't dig too much. They look scared. Well, that's all. I'm just concerned. You look a little fearful. She's gonna take a step back.
We've heard from the scouts that you're pirates. And you want to take our stuff.
They're pirates, and she'll like look over her shoulder. What did they say about this?
Yeah, you see Max who just like look around. Little lassie, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't see no pirates around.
You're covered in blood.
Oh God, that's strawberry jam.
This I just tripped and fell and hit some rocks earlier this morning.
We just had tripped and fell.
Why are his knuckles red?
Strawberry jam. That's the one that's had strawberry jam. Not.
I point over at Gallant. Like those two were fighting this morning.
I had strawberry jam.
He had strawberry jam.
I had strawberry jam. Lorelei, you made strawberry jam. I didn't even taste it.
That good.
We're never gonna be able to tell a lie with Gallant around.
Yeah, it was so good that the Buddy ate it all.
I am seriously impressed with your cooking right now.
Oh, Captain.
Lorelei.
I was like, I'm just gonna.
Excuse them. May I ask what
I need
they've
to take
said
a lap
about
after that one.
We haven't stolen anything.
You hear off in the distance a bunch of dogs are barking.
Oh, perfect.
I'll fly over to like next to Ira, and I'm just like, hello, new friend. If we were pirates, we wouldn't be so open and honest with us.
Why is the parrot talking to me?
You've never seen one. This is the norm.
Never.
I promise it's the norm.
Maybe the norm for pirates.
We're not pirates.
Don't talk bad about Barrett. He's a good friend.
What's his hat? What kind of hat is he wearing?
You had to put a skull on it, didn't you?
It's a fat. Oh shit! It's a fat. Can I roll deception? I was like, it's a friendship hat.
Sure, roll me a deception.
Do we start the charisma from the previous week?
Yes.
So I'm saying it's a friendship hat.
It's a friendship hat.
Yeah. Where's my deception? 28.
I'm no idiot. I know what pirate hats look like.
Go ahead.
It's like I'm a little parrot. You think I can dress myself? I don't even have arms. How would I put this hat on myself?
Lorelai's gonna go up to the lady and be like, "It's a neat party trick, ain't it?"
You're all getting too close. Back up.
Wait, back up. We need to ask her questions.
I just get on Ira's shoulder.
Listen, I'm just curious what they told you. I think some things might have been put a bit out of perspective.
They told us that you mercilessly beat Bill and Bobby and Ted and Demetrius and
Can I fly back over to Jargon and just go, hey, can you talk to this lady? Surely you're known in this town.
Oi, miss. Oh, Mr. Jakin. Oh, hello.
Oh God.
No. What was that tone? Mr. Jake? Hello.
Lady, we have reason to believe that Mr. Hilderin might be under the influence of an evil god. We are here to clear him out.
Oh boy. We didn't want that amount of honesty.
Look. Ever since these guys and gals came here, my head feels a lot clearer. I'm pretty sure they're good people.
But what about the prick?
Please, trust them.
Meanwhile, I'm just taking a stroll into town. I'm not worried about this chick.
Oh no, what happened to my computer?
I don't know
never
what
mind.
did happen to your computer.
Oh no, it's just weird. I think my monitor is starting to die.
I know that feeling.
Alright, as Maxim goes for a stroll into town, you see a bunch of weird trees. Trees that look like normal trees, but almost like their nature's being sucked out of them. So that their color is beginning to wear off and begin to turn gray, and almost like the roots are being sucked of any water.
Oh god.
That bloody... What's wrong with the trees?
And then you see this peculiar tree that is growing on what appears to be the ruins of an old fountain. Giant purple coursing bulbs can be seen on the tree that when you look into them, like when you specifically look into them, you see bits and pieces of your past.
Hold on a minute. Instantly turn around. Nope. Don't like that. Don't like that.
Oi.
No, don't like it.
Who the fuck was that? I think it's those people you were talking about, sir.
Hey, what? Who are you talking about?
Let Mr. Hilderin know that they're here. Alright. Up.
Why do you got such weird fucking trees?
Up. Who are you talking to?
Whoever
Oh.
was like, I assumed just whatever person was like, it was like, it must be them people. Because you said it out loud, so I assumed I heard it.
They will begin to walk up to you.
Why do you got such weird trees? I ain't never seen no trees like it before.
Oh, this? It's called the pass bulb.
Yeah, I don't like it.
It's a good way to gain some reflection. Hello, I'm Miumir Constance of the Silver Flame. And you'll see they will brandish an emblem. We've been
The cops.
That's a very long, complicated name, so I'm not going to call you by it. Respectfully, I'm not going to call you by it.
Just call me Miu.
Alrighty, Mio, works for me. Can you tell me more about this strange fucking tree? I look into it and I see things I don't quite want to see.
It's called the pass bulb, my friend. It shows you visions of the past.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to be seeing that.
It's used as a tree of reflections. Then just don't look in the tree.
Yeah.
You can eat the bulbs to gain insight.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
They're pretty good. They taste like ginger.
Yeah, might be so. It's like you'll see this person will see Maxim kind of mumble to herself. Not necessarily talking to him, but just talking out loud. It might be something for Lorelei to cook. I don't know how dangerous that would be. I don't know. It sounds it's kind of interesting.
Well, we've been tasked by Mr. Hilderin to look over his estate. You wouldn't be happening to be causing any trouble, would you?
Me trouble? What part about me says I might be causing trouble? I'm just going through a stroll through the town.
Well, the fact that that man has a wanted bounty on his head.
Ah, shit. Which one you referring to? I don't know.
The
anyone
one
over
with
there
the
with a bounty.
giant fucking wheel.
Oh, him? I don't know about that. He's a nice guy. I don't know if he could have a bounty on
You
him.
will see that Miyumir's eyes will flicker with purple. Understood. I see. Really? That's so dumb. And he'll just look sick.
More of the magical nonsense. I don't say that necessarily out loud, but I think it to myself.
Was that Tobias? It was. He said he spared as many soldiers as he could. Ah.
Are you alright there, bud? Your eyes went all purple.
Aye. We send messages telepathically. Nothing of your concern.
I'm going to attempt to not be concerned about it then.
And Tobias has one order. Go back.
Have to forgive me. I'm not one for the. I'm not one of magical means, so it's all just very confusing to me. All I know how to do is this. I conjure up another like little water ball in my hand.
I see you're a Genasi. Your people make good warriors.
Myself included. Don't worry, I have no reason to be fighting you at the moment. I'm just like spinning. I'm like.
Well.
I'm like spinning like a little water ball around my finger.
Underneath Mr. Hilderan's orders, I need you to leave.
All right, bye.
Perfect.
Leave the island.
I'm sorry, what? I can't hear you. I'm leaving. I'm gonna walk up to Gallant. It's just like, Captain. They know who we are. I don't think there's any bluffing our way out of this. And
fuck.
Mr. Crazy Man over there I was talking to, his eyes glue purple, and he said he was talking to Tobias. So they're communicating and they know who we are.
Gallant.
Aye.
Also, they got the weird fucking tree over there, and when you look into the bulbs, it shows you images of your past, and I don't like it.
What were you saying?
If possible, I think I'd like to talk to him.
Who, that guy? Motion's behind him.
Yeah. What does he look like? I don't know what race that is when I look at it.
He is also an orc, but he has reddish skin.
Okay, is this like a half orc or an orc?
Or
would I know?
Appears to be more on the orcish side.
Okay.
I join them in their whispering and I say, I could distract them with bees.
Don't use the bees yet. But prep the bees. Prep the bees.
Oh, I'm gonna run up to Lorelei and just whisper to her, Lorelei, the orky fellow over there told me that the bulbs on that tree taste a bit like ginger, so I personally want to just tear the tree down because I don't like the look of it, but...
Tear the tree down. We're trying to get through this as cleanly as possible.
Not right now, but after we do the thing we're here to do.
I'm pretty confident I can maybe get a little bit
Anonymous
of information
gifter, thank you for the gift that's up to Nedra.
I am a bit worried.
Appreciate you.
That's why I'm asking.
When in doubt, bees.
When in doubt, bees.
I'll come up with you.
Okay, I'm not in doubt yet, though.
It's just in case.
Okay,
I'm not letting you go alone.
Yes, it makes sense.
Don't worry, if he wants to cause trouble, then we'll just fight our way through. We do what we're good at.
How about this? This is gonna sound weird, but if you see a berry drop anywhere from me onto the ground, count that as it's go time. Just a berry.
You got just a berry, got it.
Got it.
They're
Okay,
red.
We have the best plans.
All right, Ira's gonna stand on her tippy hooves and like grab the bottom of Gallant's jaw and like pull it in her direction to like look at her in the eyes. I will keep Lorelei's safe, so don't you worry, okay?
Oh my god.
Gee.
See,
Captain, I got bees. It's fine.
she's got bees. I've got my bugs.
Fine. He gives Lorelei a hug.
And look, Captain, look at it this way. If worst really comes to worst, I got the sword and you got the wheel. So, do you really think anything's bad gonna happen to Lorelei in this town? Like, let's not even get started on Raoul would tear down whole buildings if anything happened to any of us.
Oi, stay safe, alright?
Of course,
Pat.
Captain.
She'll nod.
Pat.
So I'm gonna go guidance and concentration. I'm just going to cast it on myself and keep it concentrated.
Mhm.
All right. Okay, let's do this.
Yeah. Ah.
How
Hello.
much movement do I have
Back up.
again? 40 feet.
Oh, sorry. Oh, back. Is it back here? Is this far back enough?
Yes.
Is this good? Oh, perfect.
You
Okay.
notice that this little halfling here draws a bow and kind of like keeps it tracked on you guys.
Wait. Hold up. We're not here to. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, do you think it's really necessary to draw a bow on us when we've just come up to talk?
Seeing your track record from previous recounts, yes.
What track record? Can you explain?
Our scouts told us that you have killed multiple people here that have been guarding this island with their life.
That's a pretty generic statement. I haven't killed anyone, personally. Some people may have defended themselves in their own...
But you're guilty by association.
Mm,
Do not play
I just
some.
wanted to offer them cookies.
Do not play semantics with me, child.
Can I insight like how they are like? That I'm looking for how tense they are. Or
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Give me an insight check. Ooh, 17. He seems to be calm, but on his toes, while she is very tense.
I pull out one of the like broken bags of cookies.
She instantly trains the bow on you. Oh, no sudden movements. All right.
Right.
I pull a broken cookie out. and
Oh,
hold it
I always
up.
say I'll shoot you next time you do that.
Alright.
It's just a cookie.
Give me one
Korma,
moment. Give me
Korma.
one moment.
Korma, calm down. I'm just getting a feel.
I eat the cookie.
All right. So. Oh God. 1 second. Is this touch? Is it touch? Oh, it's not. Okay. Is it somatic? 1 more second. I gotta make sense. It is. So she's gonna like, kind of like. How do you do somatic components of a spell? Is that like?
Somatic
It's like hand waving.
Somatic
Is it clear? Is it clear, or can it kind of be subtly with like?
You can do a sleight of hand check.
I'm going to attempt to cast Calm Emotions, but that requires somatic components.
Mhm.
So,
So give
I don't know
me a sleight of hand check.
All right.
Come on.
Did that work?
Come on. I believe in you.
Oh, I don't think that worked. Hold up.
I'm gonna do it against. I'm gonna do it against their perception.
Is it rolling? Am I crazy? Oh God. Oh God.
Midway
fucked up.
midway through your cast, he's gonna take out his whip. No, whatever you're doing, stop it.
Right. She just seemed a bit tense. I was trying to like ease the situation a bit. That's on me. I apologize.
Look, by the power of the Silver Flame, I have a right to put you all in cuffs in jail for what you've done. You've slaughtered young boys, separated them from their families, their mothers, their brothers and sisters. I have every right to put you in jail and behind bars. Specifically for a man who has a bounty on his head.
What's stopping you?
My kindness. So leave the
Sure.
island where you came.
Give me one moment. She's gonna pull Lorelei back like 10 feet.
Okay.
I kind of want to ask about his eyes, but I feel like I'm pushing a bit too far here.
Well, you can ask, and then I'll bees.
That makes sense. All right, that's the game plan.
Got it.
I'll walk 10 feet back up.
I'm gonna walk.
We
up
are the
5 feet.
expert negotiators.
Yeah, what was your name again? I didn't catch it.
Which one?
She's talking to Mew.
I'm Mewmere, but you can call me Mew.
Mew, my name's Ida. You can call me Ida. I couldn't help but notice a bit of a... Wait, I didn't notice any purple flicker, did I?
Not off a glance.
Okay. There's been a trend with some of the people that we've met here, and I'm concerned for everyone's health. I think it might be, I don't know if it's a disease, some sort of curse, but I'm worried that everyone might have it. I would just like a quick look and just to make sure that... I'm trying to get a look around and making sure everyone's okay. Do you mind if I take a look? Just you. She'll stay back here. I mean, look at your size. What am I gonna do to you?
Kill me like you did the rest of them?
I have killed no one.
Give me a persuasion check, please.
You got it, champion.
+5.
+3. -2 kill count.
Thanks, commoner.
He's going to mull it over for a long period of time.
She's patient.
Hold on, I am doing something. Bink. Cool. All right, and then he will keep his whip in his dominant hand, and still walk forward. Is this good?
Okay. I need you close to me, but you can have your whip ready. I promise. If you feel any out of ease, you may strike.
Tell her to get back.
Lorelei, can you step back like 5-10 feet?
Sure.
Thank you. May I step forward?
Yes.
She'll step up to him. Okay. So she's gonna try and lift up both hands like nothing in them at all. All right. She's gonna extend her right hand, like palm, like almost flat and down to like not just pose as least threat as possible. I just need to get a look at your eyes. This will be quick. Okay?
Okay. He gets down on a knee so that you're at least eye level with him. 'Cause he's about 7 foot as an orc.
Pog.
And he's going to look at you in the eyes.
All right. What do I need to do to check if he's enchanted by this shit that I've seen?
Give me an Arcana check, my friend.
No. Da. Why can I not find Arcana?
Arcana.
14.
Either he's hiding it really well, or he doesn't. You sense no magic in his eyes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You seem fine.
Of course I'm fine.
I just wanted to make sure. There's some sort of scourge on this island. I'm trying to figure out what it is. That's all. That's what we're trying to do here. That's a blatant lie, but like, I guess technically not. She considers this magic a scourge that she knows Tobias is implementing on people, but it's definitely not a disease, and she knows that. I don't know if that means anything.
Well, I can blatantly tell you that there's no diseases here. So please, final warning. Leave where you came and go back.
You know what? Okay. She's gonna start walking back, and when she reaches... Wait, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say, while you keep walking, and as soon as you get to like where I am, that's when I'll do it.
She was gonna reach you and then do the sign. One sec, my foundry crashed. I'm refreshing real quick. I'll play that.
Oh snap! Something went wrong while displaying this webpage.
That's happened to me. Okay, I'm back in. I don't know if everyone else had the same issue though.
I'm all good.
And I figured out just clicking that is. All right. Let's fucking do this.
So when Ida reaches about here, when she reaches Lorelei, she's going to summon. One sec. Let me see how many.
What?
Okay. You will see. I'm assuming people are looking at her because she said to watch her for the sign. Out of her right pigtail, you'll see two berries kind of pop out. She'll grab one, pop it into her mouth, and the other one will fall to the ground.
I'm gonna cast Infestation.
I ate one of the berries to heal 1 HP.
It is time.
Can I pee real quick? I'm so sorry.
Yep.
I'll make it quick.
Because I got to roll initiative, so we're all good.
Hey, we're gonna fight the cops.
Yeah. Well, we are pirates.
It checks out. Ugh.
That'd make us the bad guys.
I got to enjoy a lot of role playing while I was eating. It's great.
Let us roll some initiative. Ink. All right. Let's take a quick little break because I have a feeling that we might be. This might spill over into next session a little bit.
Cool.
I don't think it's going to be too long, but if you guys clearly show your if you show and display your dominance, they'll more than likely surrender.
Cool. So it's basically going to be this combat, and then we are Gucci.
Yep.
Sweet. Cool. I'll also pee. Hooray!
Oh, I had another nugget. I'm so fucking happy. There was another nugget in my nugget pail. T-pose to assert dominance. Yes. We love asserting dominance here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh. I counted the audience as an additional player, which makes sense. Okie dokie. Chat, how you doing? How you doing, chat? We all doing good today? You excited?
I've been muted this entire time. I just realized I am so tired of rolling poorly on initiative.
How are we all doing? Doing good?
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
Well,
halfway tempted to get the alert feat.
I was just gonna say you could get the alert feat.
Yeah.
But
it just.
But your initiative.
Sorry, go ahead.
I will say your initiative will scale if you increase your dex.
Yeah. I could multi-class into ranger go Gloomstalker because they get bonuses to initiative.
Could be interesting.
Not to mention it gets, if I remember right, the bonuses on initiative are dependent upon your wisdom because you're a ranger, which is very good for me because I'm a monk. I have high wisdom.
Yeah.
Like Maxim's not the most intelligent, and that's why I make all the jokes about I don't understand the magical shenanigans. But like, she's not stupid per se.
There's a difference between being wise and being stupid.
Exactly. Glad you understand.
The channel divinity has to be done at the start of initiative, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That is a very cleric-y fart.
I have returned.
Nice. Someone just let out a very cleric-y fart, according to Empo.
Hey.
Oh, I heard that.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, in that case, what does farts from every class sound like? Like, let's go down the list here. Barbarian is probably like the real
like
loud and proud, don't care who's around
like
type of fart.
A bit of a thunderclap.
Yeah.
Clap.
You know the monk is probably like, I don't know. What would monk
Is this
be
a
like?
boss encounter by chance? No.
No.
Okay.
Oh, let me read this. You can my whole man you have the
Exactly.
Yes,
Exactly.
I see. Very interesting. Right. I got you.
Man, this cider is good.
Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and do sturdy. Yeah, she's gonna throw out her little cicada at the start of initiative. It's gonna glow purple eyes, and I'm going to grant myself, Lorelei, and Maxime with that benefit.
Who sorry?
Love ya.
I have 5 temp HP still from the last fight.
I think that would have ran out.
Yeah, it would have ran out over the long rest.
It was a short rest.
Mm-hmm.
Temp HP is a long rest, I thought.
It is?
I'm pretty sure.
Is it?
I could be wrong here. I'm probably wrong. Let me see.
I can double check.
It doesn't make the most sense for me to go into Ranger, because then I'd get spellcasting, and then but that's just not Maxim's thing, You
were literally just casting a spell to control water.
Yeah, but that's
I think that's
like in Maxim's mindset, that's less of a spell and more like just a thing she can do.
You can do as your race.
Yeah, just it's not magic, it's bending.
Yeah, I think it's like an innate thing that they can do.
Yeah.
All right.
For that.
The THP comes back on a long rest, so you're good. You're good with it.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna put it on Lorelei and Maxim.
Okay. How much is it?
I'm about to roll it. I'm thinking of the third. I'm gonna do Wow for the third.
I'm actually really tempted to go Gloomstalker Ranger.
There we
It would
go.
take a few levels for it to really come online, multi-classing, but like
6.
that would be fun.
Ooh.
Hey, Twitch chat, what do you think about Maxim multi-classing?
Go for it. Go for it. All right.
I love this one person. Rogue would have to be silent but deadly, referring to the fart.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh my god.
let us start.
Let us go.
It is
Their
Korma's turn.
infestation go off.
Yes. Because
Oh, Hades, let's go!
she also had a triggered action to shoot you.
Perfect.
So she will do the same. So he has to make a con save, I believe.
Yeah.
Chicken coma.
Ah, damn.
Good con
You see
save.
that as the infestation will come over to him, he will whip it with his whip, and it will just dissipate. All right, and Korma's gonna train her bow, which was trained at Ida, and take a shot. Bink.
Oh, I really need to fight now. This.
Oh no!
Yeah, that roll.
The
Aren't you
arrow
glad-
sticks in your gut, and for some reason, a twisted smile forms upon your face.
Let me think. Can you DM me
Yeah.
what you mean exactly? If there is any hidden meaning with that?
Probably something.
Yeah, okay.
Oh no.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I guess you wouldn't do anything past that. Yep, okay.
So
Ellie.
Ira isn't just like a weird little masochist. Just checking.
All right, it's Korma's actual turn. She's going to. She's going to cast Summon Beast.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Hold on. I gotta get the Beast of the Spirit, I think it is. Beastral Spirit. Come on, Plutonium. Take it, please, Plutonium. Please. Plutonium, please, what are you doing? Why are you doing this to me, Plutonium? Okay. I am back. Plutonium is no longer dead. She's going to summon it as a... Come on. Come on, Plutonium. I believe in you. You got this. You're a champion. Some would even say a Pog champion. There we go. Sick. Okay, let me just move it over. Mink. And it will spawn here next to her. And she's going to choose the air form. And she's gonna dip over here. No, actually, she's gonna get behind cover over here. And that's the end of her turn. Scout's turn. This one. This one's going to reposition. This one's going to move up to this tree. And is going to take a shot at... they're more worried about Gallant. She's going to take a shot at Gallant. And will hit for 10 points of damage. Lorelei, you watch as an arrow whizzes past you and strikes Gallant in the gut.
Captain!
Captain!
Lorelei, looking very distraught, is quickly going to turn to the person who shot Gallant with the look. With the look. Oh, hold on. Something went wrong.
Oh, no.
Hold on.
Did your foundry say...
Yeah,
did your foundry...
Foundry said nope. But she's going to give the look. You know the look when you interrupt her cooking?
Yes.
Or when, you disrespect her cookies?
Yeah,
And
the opposite of when you crush the cookie, that look.
yeah, that look. The look of you... Oh.
Just use the emote. We know what it looks like,
Yeah.
You fool, you've messed up.
You fool. You have done the one thing you
You
should not have done.
fool!
You have broken the ancient taboo.
What do I have? A knife when Foundry loads.
Oh yeah. Cool. Is that the scouts?
Yes, that is the scouts, and now it is Barrett's turn.
Cool. I'm gonna do a thing.
Okay. Let me see what you do.
Well, I'm just gonna use Shanty the bomb between captain and first mate on Gallant to start with.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be my action, and then I will move up. Can I fly between Maxim and Fee?
Certainly.
Cool. I'm gonna just go up to here, and I mean, it's my bonus action anyway, but I will use better and healing word Ira.
Okie dokie. You heal Ida for 5 hit points.
Where there was a crick in the side of her mouth, like almost in a weird twisted smile, you'll see it kind of relax. And she's like holding her side at that point, but and then she'll give you a more heartwarming smile, but won't say anything.
Friend. Maybe that should be my word. Is Buddy in the turn order, or does Buddy move on my turn? I forget.
He goes on your turn.
Okay. And then I'll just have Buddy move up to like here then.
Okie dokie. End of your go.
And am I go?
Lorelei. Am I
Lorelei is ready to commit murder.
Okay, good. I said it right. I said it right.
Had fun.
Yeah.
Lorelai's gonna kill somebody.
All right, it's your go.
I'm going to start by doing.
A war crime.
I am going to do. Yeah, I'm gonna Eldritch Blast.
Ooh, that'll hit for 9 points of damage. You watch as you summon an Eldritch Blast that forms into a pot of, or like a hive of bees. You throw it over like a flashbang, and it ding 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 ding, and then explodes into an eruption of bees that begin to sting her.
A bee-nade! Oh my god!
The bee-nade.
And I am also going to.
And the cops were called because it was so bad.
Is that part of the music, or is that in the back?
No.
I just there's just a lot of there's always a lot of sirens in my where I am. I'm also going to cast Hex.
Oh, okay. They are hexed.
Yep.
Couldn't you have casted Hex and then Eldritch Blasted?
Hey. Well.
You know.
Meh. Who cares?
Okay.
It's for the flavor, you know. She's angry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Think fast, Chuckle Nuts.
I'm just gonna keep Biscuit back because Biscuit is squishy. So
Alrighty.
that is my turn.
Okay, it's this scout's turn. This scout right here is going to. Well, let me see how far. Oh.
That's some range.
They got a longbow. They're gonna take a shot at the bear and a shot at Lorelei. Shot at the bear, shot at Lorelei. I think the shot against Lorelei will hit for a total of 9 points of damage.
Oh, thank God.
You watch as an arrow sinks into your gut now. And Gallant is angry.
Hey! Can I do something?
Yes.
Really quick.
What do you want to do?
This.
It's happening!
Oh, you certainly can.
Shit.
Steph, I immediately knew what you were going to do.
Instead of fire, it's just bees.
Unfortunately, they save, but you watch as their form is covered in fire, causing the carriage that they are standing cover upon to also burst into flames.
They take 9 points on a half. Then
Mhm.
on a,
And they will need to make another dex save to see if they can jump out of the crate. They can, but also suffer 4 points of fire damage on that one as they jump off the carriage prone. Good stuff.
oh my god. They also shot our like best tank.
Yeah.
Ironically.
Yeah.
Oh, the bear.
No, Lorelei.
Yeah.
Lorelei
I had-
has an insane amount of HP.
I had-
Unreasonable.
Oh wow.
With the temp HP, I had like 40 health.
Ha! If Gallant tries to walk
I
past,
got 30.
can I try
What?
and say
Why?
something to him?
Lorelei.
Sure.
okay. I don't know if he's doing that yet, but if he does, I would try and say something.
Well, it is now his turn.
Oh, perfect. As he well, sorry, I'll wait till I see what if he passes or not. My bad.
Gallant will begin to walk forward. 1, 2,
Yeah,
3.
she'll kind of like reach a hand out, kind of like look to but she's like hurt, so she'll like graze his leg a little bit and basically just say, "I want to talk to those two."
Give me
I
a
know-
perception check.
Perception.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Real quick. I want to see if I lost concentration. I did not.
Yeah, well, you probably noticed that he's already in a rage. He's not listening.
16 because of guidance.
Okay. Hold on one moment. I gotta denote that you are concentrating. You're not paralyzed. You notice that his eyes are completely whited out.
Gallants?
Yes.
Okay.
He can't hear you. He's too far
going
gone already.
To rip her head off. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's gonna make an attack with the butt. Also hit for 7 points. And you watch as she is knocked unconscious in quick succession as he bonks her in the head with the bat, causing her to fall down on the ground. And then he hits him with the butt of the captain's wheel across her neck.
Man, Gallant has a dangerous butt.
She is dead.
Jagan's turn. Jagan's going to run up. Jagan's gonna run up and shield Ida. Gotta pay you back.
Sorry, am I paralyzed? I forget. I don't know
No.
what paralyzed
No. That symbol's what I use. That symbol's what I use for concentration.
Concentration. Okay. Thank you.
Fee, it's your turn.
First, am I able to ascertain what is the tree here?
Sure, give me a nature check.
Okay. Nature check, great. Something that I have. What?
Mm-hmm.
There we go. True nature.
Ooh. It's hard to tell what the tree is. You could definitely tell that it doesn't seem natural to this portion of the world. And it might be the reason why these trees are also look like their life is being seeped away.
Can I
You
in
can?
character tell Fee what I learned about the tree?
Mm-hmm.
So I like to think I just look over, see Fee just eyeing down that tree. It's like, what's his name up there? Told me about. Hold on, let me do the. There we go. What's his name up there? Told me about the tree. You look in it, you see a past, and I don't like it. But he said the people around here often use it as a form of reflection, which I don't get, honestly. Doesn't make no sense to me. Magical shenanigans. He
knowing
also
that
said the bulbs taste like ginger, so I am kind of curious about that. But I also want to cut down the tree.
This is all for the ginger tree. Clearly.
okay, saying at least that she knows that some of the life of the trees are being sucked out. He's just gonna starry form,
Okay.
and she's gonna
You gonna archer?
first. Yeah, I'm gonna archer.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna first touch, no, not touch, poke Maxine with her core staff and give her long strider.
Ooh. Okay.
Best. I'm gonna take out all of this back line. All these people you see way
All right.
way over this way, they gone. As
You
soon as I get there.
Maxim, you watch as your feet, for a brief period, they're covered in this shadow, and then the shadows turn into that of draconic feet. So scaled with giant talons.
I don't know how to feel about the magical nonsense, but I feel it faster.
And she's gonna fuck up a little bit. Let me see if I'm in range. I'm kind of in range. I'm gonna shoot up with my archery, and to hit this tree.
Okie dokie. Roll the hit.
So I guess it's this.
Ooh. A 14. You hit the bark, and you watch as there is a radiant hole that shines through the tree. Noted.
And that's gonna be the end of my turn.
Okay. It is now Ida's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna drop concentration on guidance
Okay.
and cast calm emotions right there. I don't know if anyone automatically succumbs or if they decide to fight it. But I'll let you roll that first. Those saves on all fours. She would say to Gallant, I know you're mad, but we're here to at least try and save as many as we can in the process. Oh God. Never mind.
Yeah, no, Gallant
Also ate the food.
And then to the others, she's gonna say, I believe you're being controlled. We're trying to help. And then she's actually going to step back 10 feet and kind of keel over. So you can consider her prone at that point. I can add it. That will end my turn.
All right. It's Miyumir's turn. So he's conflicted because he just failed that save. He's going to add, or he's going to Blade Song.
Oh.
Which gives him a bonus to his armor class.
What are you talking about, Kijo? What is that? Why are you talking about the chat?
Why do people Omega Keg?
And with that, He's going to cast a non-offensive spell and cast sleep.
Pog. It's been good, guys. I'm zooming out for a bit.
Oh, no!
No. Oh.
Oh yeah, I'm out.
Ida falls asleep. But I think for everyone else, they're fine. Because Ida's missing 14 hit points, and then that goes down to 16, which Fee has 24 of.
Oh wait, elves can't sleep, right?
Yes,
I'm new
elves
to that.
elves cannot be put to sleep. So then it would go to the next person, which I think still is higher than that. So
Yeah, we're good.
yeah,
We survived.
and then he's just going to move.
Thank God I didn't heal.
He's going to
That was
move here. And for calm emotions, do they make the save at the end of their turn? I guess it doesn't show.
Very good question.
They have 1 minute. So I would say similar to most charms, if they get attacked, then they will lose the charm status. Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't even think it was something that lasted. I thought it just kind of like shook them a bit, and then that was it. So I'll take that.
Oh yeah. All right. Then that's the end of Miumir's turn.
Wait, I would have
Rao.
lost concentration if that was part of it, because I'm asleep.
Once
Once he put me to sleep, then I would have lost that.
You would have. So then you watch as he slaps himself as he goes back to focus. Ooh, okay.
Poggers, guys.
Okay.
Rao, it's your turn.
Yes.
My turn.
Good.
It's too far. Okay. Can I go here and wake up everybody?
I'm not asleep.
You can wake her up as an action.
Okay.
All right, you push her awake, and Kijo or Ida immediately awakens. Oh, not falls unconscious.
What happened?
Magic stuff.
Wait, hold on.
Uh-oh. I don't even know. Can you wake up that kind of sleep?
No, I'm worried about
Just
something
smack
else.
it.
Pog.
I need to look at how that works. You know what I'm talking about, Kijo. Does that go away when you're knocked unconscious?
No, from what I've read, it doesn't. But your world is different than default, from what I can tell.
Well, I always
that's
make
up to
I always
you.
make sure to follow. So, Okay. Yeah. So you're good. You're good to go.
Yeah. She just basically is like, what the fuck is going on? But yeah, it is still Rao's turn.
Yep. So Rao, what you doing?
Okay. That's my action. I
Mhm.
have not enough movement, I think. Yeah, I think that's good. That's it.
Okie dokie. Scout's turn. The scout's gonna get over here to reposition, and their turn. This guard is going to timidly walk up to where Gallant is after seeing him just completely destroy that. Stop! You're violating the law!
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Is this like a kid?
Well, he needs to die immediately.
What's with this place and sending kids to die? Weird.
It's just don't worry about it, man.
Style, not
You
your-
Stop sending
3,
kids.
4, 5, 6, 7. It is time for the revolution of nature. As a druid has joined the fray. You are the heroes that I have heard stories about. The legends are true. What can they do?
Run around.
Question.
Absolutely nothing.
Well, they're the druid of legends.
They're gonna cast bark skin on themselves.
They looked hostile, right? That what she said was hostile.
No, she looks like she's an ally.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, if you want nature, I got lots of bees.
What are we doing?
Maxim, it's your turn.
You see about that. I had to refresh Foundry and it hasn't come back up yet.
Okay.
I have
I'm gonna pee.
so with the long strider, I have plus 10 feet movement, which puts me up to 50. That gives me enough movement to get to bow chick that was with Mew, right? I'm pretty sure it did. I did some measurements before I had to refresh. I thought it did.
No, because she walked away.
Ah, damn it.
Yeah, because you're at 50. Going to the bow chick would take you 60 feet of movement.
You can walk up to the guy who was like, "Stop! You're violating the law."
You can dash as a bonus action though, because you're a monk.
But like, I don't want to do that. It costs a key point. I'd much rather just flurry of blows.
Yeah.
Okay, was there anyone I could reach within 50 feet of movement since Foundry hasn't come back up yet?
You can reach that other guard you were trash
Yeah,
talking.
you could reach the you could reach the guard that just approached up to Gallant.
Yeah, I guess I'll just go for him then. Do the usual slash and punch.
Okay. Do you want me to
with
roll for you?
longsword. That would be appreciated. Tell me how good I did.
Your longsword will miss.
Of course it will. Bonus action punch, please.
Bonus action punch. Your punch will hit for 5 points of damage.
Why are my punches so much more accurate than my sword?
You clearly trained in one thing.
Do you want to flurry of blows?
That is a bonus action. Well, that flurry blow is a bonus action. I'm just gonna do the regular bonus action punch and then end my turn.
Okie dokie.
I
Biscuit.
think your issue, Maxim, is that you sparred with your punches instead of sparred with swords. So
True.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
Wait, hold on. Is that math for your longsword, right?
I
It
don't
is.
know.
It
I
is.
can't see it.
It is. What's your little biscuit doing down here?
Biscuit.
Meow meow.
Probably gonna chill with Barrett.
All right. Oh no. Meow. I don't like him. Meow. Meow.
guys, there's an enemy that I can finally hit in range.
All right. And that's the end of the turn. Top of the initiative. Korma's turn.
I'm gonna roll temp HP real quick.
Yep.
Since the start of the 6 on its Lorelei, Rao, and it was Maxim. The other one. If it doesn't.
Oh, you didn't put it on
I-
yourself. Never mind.
No, I did not.
Think. Lorelei, Maxim, and Rao. All right. She's going to fire both shots into Gallant.
May I interrupt for just a moment to make sure I'm not going crazy?
Yeah.
You moved my token, right? Because on my
Yeah,
it
I did.
finally loaded in, and I'm back where I was, and my token shows me back where I was before my turn.
Is that updated it?
Oh. There was
Oh,
movement. It's not where I thought I was gonna go.
Did you make sure to lower your hardware acceleration and all that stuff again when we made the swap?
I have to do it each time?
Well, did you do it again after we switched to the server?
I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, let me go.
Yeah.
Yeah, performance mode low. Maximum frame rate is at the lowest it'll go. Oh, nope. It went up randomly.
All right, so she hits Gallant for
No,
3.
All my stuff is where it was.
She's gonna move here. And then the bestial spirit's going to walk up to Maxim and make an attack.
Alrighty. That's a hit.
Yep, that hits and deals
13 points.
13 points damage. Thankfully, you have your HP shield.
Yes, I do.
And then the bestial spirit's gonna fly up 30 feet.
I just want to state for the record that on my screen, my token is over here.
Oh,
my god, that's funny.
Oh,
I don't know why. Other than just Foundry be weird.
yeah. I just got
Oh.
kicked out.
I know nothing about Forge, so I don't know how to fix those things. I
I'm
always
just gonna
delete
refresh
my
again and
place.
hope for the best.
She's going to Hunter's Mark, Gallant. Gallant has been marked. Ideally, she would do that at the start of her turn, but she didn't because she's stinky.
Quick question. That
Yes.
scout's unconscious, right? I think I heard you say that, but I don't know if
this
you
scout
can shoot
here?
it. Yes.
This scout here's dead.
Fuck. Okay.
This scout's gonna move here and take 2 shots at Gallant. Bink, bink. Ooh. Okay, that'll hit for 3 points.
no.
That'll hit for 3 points of damage. Barrett, it's your turn.
Cool. Oh, lovely. My foundry just reloaded.
Ooh, perfect timing. Boom, 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 boom. Ooh. You fly it over.
Hello. Did my mic
Hello.
cut out at any point there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was like, my Discord's not lighting up, and I looked down at my microphone, and the audio levels weren't moving. The bars were just stuck halfway. Cool. The bestial spirit. Where did I may have missed where that came from? Was that something to do with Korma,
It came from Korma, yeah. She summoned it.
or- Okay.
Is it in the air?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Cool. I'm gonna stab the bestial spirit
All right.
because my sword goes 30 feet.
Roll the hit for me.
With my mage hand. Cool. Can do. Shadow flute. Please, it's not a nat one.
Unfortunately, your shadow flute will miss.
Cool. Shame. And then Buddy will move to here. And we'll do an attack.
Okay.
Boop, boop, boo.
Is
Do
Buddy
it.
gonna get some candy?
That Buddy gets the candy. No.
Never mind.
I won't get the candy.
But he does not get the candy.
Candy's not. Yeah, damn.
Lorelei. It's your go.
I'm Lorelei.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Lorelei, it is your turn.
Alright.
You see that Gallant is not acting like himself. That's concerning.
What do I want to? You know what? I'm still quite pissed because, you know,
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Yeah, they're shooting at someone precious to me. So
Oh god!
We need to give Lorelei a feature that's like a barbarian's rage, but for
that's
spells.
one.
Yep. I already did the damage.
Okay, cool.
And because that they are attacking someone close to you, you can attack again.
Oh, you
Some kind of Lorelei pissed off.
That one will, however, miss.
Damn.
Oh my.
I want Biscuit to wait. Oh, hold on. Still on ruler. Biscuit is going to go up to Gallant
Mm-hmm.
and nuzzle into Gallant's leg.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okie dokie.
That's my turn.
Alrighty, let me just... I'm giving you a special thing. Bink.
Lovely. The second weird crew ability.
Correct. As your devotion to the captain empowers you. Whenever Gallant takes damage, you may, as a reaction, cast a cantrip at the target that dealt damage to him.
Poggers.
Oh, I'm going to use the
Oh,
shit out of that.
and it's a heart. That is fantastic.
Someone attacks Gallant. Bees!
I finally loaded back into Foundry, and I see this, and it's just like, yes!
Is infestation cancer? It is.
The great thing is, I get to directly counter Lorelei because by increasing Gallant's AC, she gets to use her ability less.
This one's going to take it. This one's going to take 2 shots at Gallant. Bink, bink. He will take 2 points of damage.
Oh no.
Steph.
Bees!
Ooh.
Yeah.
Fuck your bees.
That guy has the bee immunity.
Bee immunity. That didn't really work. Meh. Alright, Gallant, in his still enraged state, is going to walk forward, walk over this corpse,
Oh, God.
and make 2 attacks. Hit. He's going to attack with the butt. The butt will miss. Oh, but he does the Divine Fury.
Who's he attacking?
Ink.
Oh, I don't see a person there.
I also don't see a person there.
I don't know what's going on.
This is
Foundry
someone-
just stroking out.
Oh yeah, there is a scout on there on the stream. That's peculiar.
I closed the stream to try and make Foundry refresh faster. Sorry, Twitch chat, I love you, but you make my internet die.
I wonder why it's doing that.
Do you have any tokens perchance that are like rather large in file size? That is a big issue I had. Is map size or token sizes that crossed like a 5 to 7 megabyte threshold. It like caused problems for people that don't have as strong as internet.
I don't think so. Let me check.
That's the only thing I can think of because I've had that same issue.
Well, the map is 8 megabytes.
That should still be fine. That's
Yeah,
like on
it
the
should
edge
still
of
be
fine.
But it might be like the amount of tokens that are all in Foundry, but
That could be it too. That
That-
could be it too.
huh.
Although I don't know how Forge works
Because
so
it's
it could be
server
totally
it's
different.
server based, so I'm
Yeah,
not
exactly
sure. I just got
Sorry.
I lost my track. It's Jagan's turn. Jagan's gonna get up in combat. Gonna run up. And he's gonna make 2 attacks with his longsword. Wapop, wapop. Wow. He's gonna deal 10 points of damage to this one. Miumir, you're not yourself. Stand down. All right, that's the end of his turn. Fee.
Okay, I'm just gonna do the same. Actually, can I see what's happening to the tree right now?
Sure, give me a perception check.
Okay.
You see nothing happening to the tree.
That is the most normal tree you've ever looked at.
Oh, a normal tree. I'm gonna destroy it. Where's my... First, I'm gonna do my archer first.
Ooh, who you hitting?
Nice.
Tree.
Okay, you hit the tree, and you watch as one of the giant bulbs here shatters.
Starry form is so cool.
Yeah, I know. I love it. I really wish that like that
That's a lot
subclass
of
was a
dice.
thing the first time I played Druid, because I would have had a blast playing that. I played a Spores Druid instead. Shroomy boy.
Oh. Oh god, you murdered so many people.
You watch as when you shoot that giant bulb, a psionic shockwave booms across the battlefield, dealing damage to seemingly random people. But not so random, as you see that some of them are linked to the tree. Not in the way that he explained it. Rather, he doesn't know, or he's lying to you, lying to Ida or Maxim, you're not sure.
What do you mean linked?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Ah.
Alright, there's your bonus action. There's your bonus action. Pew pew!
Okay then, I'm gonna first move a couple of feet here. And I'm just gonna use my story map and use my last guiding bolt.
Okie dokie. Who are you using guiding bolt on?
The tree.
Okay, roll the hit.
Ah.
Your guiding bolt will shimmer off the tree.
And the tree's standing still as well.
Alrighty, is at the end of your turn.
Bez?
Bez?
Yes, that's the end of my turn.
Okie dokie. Ida.
Let's see. I'm gonna spend half my movement standing back up. Give a little thanks to Rao. Oh god. Well, that's as far as she can go. Lorelei, something's wrong with Gallant, and I can't stop it. I think you need to.
I'll do my best.
She'll turn around and let's see here.
Yeah, little do we know, we're going to incapacitate all these people, and then the true boss fight was bloodthirsty Gallant.
I'm gonna cast Bless. I'm gonna put it on Maxim, Jagan, and Barrett.
I feel blessed.
Sweet.
Oh, it's 30 feet. I did not realize that. I don't even know if I'm in range. I'm so
Blessed
sorry.
up. Oh.
So not Jagan. I'll put the third one on.
Buddy.
My buddy's out of range.
What is Bless? Let's add to attack rolls, right? Yes, I'm gonna put it on Rao.
I'm shiny.
And then she's gonna drop prone again.
Lorelai's just gonna be like, Ira, are you okay?
I don't want to get shot again.
I don't want to get shot again.
Fair enough.
I've never just seen someone go, you know what, I'm gonna go prone. It's like,
Dude, I don't want to get shot. I got crit, man.
such an interesting like
Look at
thing.
this pro gamer move, dude.
I'd never considered just like going prone yourself. It's like it's great. I love it. 10 out of 10.
Look how shiny y'all are. Wow, that will end my turn. I'm sorry.
No.
Are you muted, Empo? Oh no.
Embe.
Oh, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
Okay.
I'm just trying to see if I can show the effects on stream.
Cool.
Cause I want to see the blade. Oh no. Okay, good. I want to see if I can get the bless.
I'm glowing. Like, I'm blind. My eyes.
I'm blinded by yourself. Ah!
Man, I wanted to see the cool effects.
They can't see it?
No.
For the audience one?
No.
Huh. I
Sad.
wonder why.
Sad.
Sag.
It's Miyumir's turn. What module is it from?
Probably the FX, right? No, that's something else. Never mind.
Okay. Miyumir's turn. Miyumir is going to take a dagger, kick it up, and throw it at Lorelei. Fuck.
Can I catch it?
You can. You cast it, or you catch it, and it explodes with a flourish of ice. I need all three of you to make dexterity saving throws for me, please.
Okay.
Why did you
Prone,
catch
is that disadvantage? I don't know.
Yes, I think it's a disadvantage because you're prone.
Question, because it
Yes.
is ice.
Mm-hmm. You are in fact resistant to it.
Yeah.
Let me add your cold resistance to your thing.
Nice catch, though. I like it. I dig it.
Rao, I need you to make a dex save for me, please.
That's a lot of damage.
But you do have advantage, so roll for me. Hit the plus over the 19.
Let's see that nat 20.
All right.
Okay.
So that's Kijo succeeds and takes only 5 points of damage.
It's still half with ice knife?
Yep.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It doobie. Doobie doobie.
Doobie doobie doo.
Doobie doobie dooba, doobie doobie dooba. Okay. He's also going to use his bonus action to do Adrenaline Rush.
Ooh.
He's going to move here. And at that moment, Gallant is going to look back with ferocity as he also, too, uses his reaction to move forward.
Oh, God.
To grab him as the two of them begin rumbling.
Rumbling. I dig it.
Rao, it's your turn.
Go here.
Welcome.
Bug him up.
Bonus action rage.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
And gonna hit this guy with the ore.
All right, roll the hit. You doing reckless?
No.
Okay, and that hits for 5 points of damage.
I'm gonna call back at these two over here. Should I smack Gallant too?
No.
No, don't smack
Shit.
Gallant. He's injured.
He's like not.
Yes,
Okay, fine.
but you do want him
I'll
to
take
hit
care-
you next?
Ira's not.
Wait
gonna
until all the enemies are incapacitated, then let's snap him out of it.
Okay.
Or I will try and snap him out of it on my next turn.
How dare you hurt my Lorelei?
Oh god!
Captain.
My.
Oh, let's go! Oh.
Alrighty, is that the end of your turn, Rao?
Yes.
Okie dokie. The scout's turn. The scout up here is going to take a little pew pew at Maxim and Buddy. First shot at Maxim. Second shot at Buddy.
Buddy.
Ow.
Bink, bink, bink.
Hey, Empo, may I ask you a question at this moment? Because I forgot
Yes.
to ask it earlier.
Mhm.
What does inspiration do?
Gives you advantage on a roll. Any
Just
D,
at any
any
point.
any D20 based outcome, yes.
Hey,
Does that do I lose that at any point? Or is it just there until
It's
I
there.
use it?
It's there until you use it.
hey,
We'll
hey,
save that
Cole.
for an important moment.
Cole, you're a level 3 monk, right?
I am.
You just got shot.
Wait, is that wait? Is that a feature I have? I forgot. Hold
level
on, is that
3,
feature?
you have
Is
deflect
that
missiles.
level 3? That's at level 3. I thought that was like I didn't think I had that until
Whoa.
later.
Okay.
Ah!
Wow. All right.
I
That's
I just hit the button so I could read it. I didn't even.
you
I mean,
heal
at
you
least
heal
two.
yourself for 7 points of damage. You only take 1.
Nice.
Did
Alright.
he-
It just ping off of the sword, but it still like grazes my cheek. Oh yes! Finally,
There you
I
go.
get to do the iconic monk thing: deflect missiles.
This
I was
one's
thinking, like, I got you, buddy. I was thinking, so you're a monk, you can catch missiles.
Look, the only time I've played a monk, I never used that feature because there were no ranged enemies in the
But yeah,
two
normally,
combats
normally
I played as
whenever
that
I play
character.
exactly. Normally, the second you play monk, your GM just decides, oh, I'm never shooting at you.
Yeah.
by thunder be purged.
Unlimited power.
No. So you just watch as this druid turns up and just electrifies this ranger, and then wild shapes into a cat and runs away.
What?
Perfect.
What?
Thank you, kind stranger.
Meow. Meow, 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 meow.
Yeah, B Skip falls in love. Like, imagine.
This one's gonna move up here and make an attack against Jagan and completely, utterly whiff. Jagan just looks at him. Boy, stand down. He might wet himself a little bit.
I was like, and then he pisses his pants.
It's just a little pedal.
What's
that's all.
with all this kid?
That one misses too, bro. Maxim, it's your turn.
Sweet. You see, what I wanted to do was I wanted to disengage and come up here and get Korma, but there's a lot of dudes and I don't want to just leave Jagged.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm going to do instead is first I'm going to long sword attack the scout in front of me.
All right. Oh, that'll hit.
I did less damage two-handed than I would have done one-handed.
Well, I'm assuming you do one-handed anyway, because you need to have an open hand to punch.
Not necessarily. Feet, I can headbutt. It doesn't specify. Martial arts doesn't anyway.
It's a
Yeah.
good point.
Yeah.
Anyways, how hurt looking is he? He's unconscious. He's not unconscious.
Oh, he's unconscious. That's the unconscious symbol.
Well, no, I'm saying in the terms of
Oh.
the game canon, he's not unconscious.
Quote unquote.
All right,
Unconscious
now
forever.
this freaking spirit beard is way up here, so I can't reach it. So what I'm gonna do instead is I'm just gonna whoop. I'm gonna I'm measuring. That's why it didn't work. I'm gonna whoop, and I'm going to Why am I?
I moved you up so you don't overlap with Buddy.
Oh, I don't. Buddy's down here on my screen.
Buddy's here. That was me.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm after my turn. I'm gonna try and refresh this again. I forgot I have blessing, so I technically got better to hit for that long sword, but it doesn't matter.
It's already baked into it.
Flurrying of blows.
Alrighty.
So 2 of them things towards this scout.
Yes, sir. Roll the hit.
Hiya.
Hit.
Give me a second.
Oh, and that one will miss, unfortunately, as you go in for a punch. Alrighty. Is that the end of your turn? I think that's all you can do.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else punch-wise and stuff. Core?
Hold on, I'm just cleaning the initiative. Biscuit.
Biscuit is gonna run after Gallant.
Okay. Meow.
Well,
Meow. Go see your girlfriend, meow. You fucking
no.
bitch. Meow, 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 meow.
Okay, sorry about that. I had to talk to family.
No worries.
Did the attack rolls
Family.
take the bless automatically? They
Yes.
did. It's
Yes.
good to know. I didn't know if that was an automated thing.
All right, Korma is going to use her. She's going to make 2 attacks at Barrett.
That's not cool.
that's not very
Pink.
PogChamp.
Pink. For a total of 20 points of damage.
Oh,
Oh no.
Oh,
And then,
Jesus.
and then you watch as the giant falcon is going to swipe over and attempt to peck at Barrett.
fuck off! Haha! Wait, yep, that misses right.
Let me see. I don't think it calculates it with anything. Because it adds your spell modifier, which is for her. That's a +1, so 16.
I have +2 because of Captain Sting, so it's a 17.
Oh, okay. Wait. Rangers
Oh
are
my God.
Rangers are whizcasters, right? Yeah. Yep. So you don't have good wisdom. So you just watch as this thing attempted to bite you, and you just kind of block it with your shadow hand.
Fuck off, Big Bird!
Barrett.
Not today!
Ugh.
Cool.
Barrett. It's your turn.
She's over there, right?
Yes.
Or she's within range. I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers at 2nd level.
Mmm. Oh my God.
Oh. Poggers.
I am spooky. Fuck off. Sorry.
All right, and she's gonna use her reaction to move all the way over here.
Cool. Get out of here, fucking bitch. Cool. That was my main. That thing's still like 30 feet up. Huh. I'm just gonna fly over here again.
Okay.
Hey guys.
It's gonna make an attack of
It's 20 feet up, right?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah. Cool. And that is my movement. Do not have a bonus action. Cool. I'm just making sure one of my other abilities doesn't trigger because of things. That should be good.
Okay.
It has to be a weapon attack. Cool. Sweet. That's my turn. Thank y'all.
Oh, Lorelei, it's your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna run over to where Biscuit is. Next to Gallant.
Okay.
And I'm going to, like, grab his arm. Or attempt to, like, grab his arm and be like, I'm okay!
Okay. Give me a persuasion check. Ooh.
+5. Cause honey.
As Gallant is beginning to like, they're still locking blows. He headbutts Maruma, and as he hears that, he kind of like looks. Oh, thank God! As he goes in for a hug.
Oh.
I hug him. And I say, you're hurt.
You notice tears begin to roll down his face.
Oh.
I thought you were too.
Not as badly as you are.
It's like, Captain, you're hurt, but my heart hurts more.
And I'm going to, like, reach up and, like, wipe the tears from his face.
Gallant is no longer in his rage. He's gonna look over. He's gonna look over to Maruma. He's going to make an intimidation check with his strength.
May I also attempt intimidation and
Sure.
say, okay. That did not go well.
+5, remember?
Yep, +5.
Yeah. As you both attempt to intimidate Maruma, or Miyumir, sorry, he kind of looks confused. What kind of fucking sappy love film is this?
Bless them.
Gallant's going to make an attack towards me, and he's gonna whiff. As you watch as he goes in to strike with his captain's wheel, and for the first time you've noticed, Maruma grabs it with his whip and deflects his blow.
Finally, an equal match.
Jagan's gonna make an attack towards the guy in front of him. Miss. Wow, Jagan. Come on, bro.
Get it together, man.
Come on,
What did I
Jagan.
pick you up for, dog?
Fee, it's your turn.
Okay. Okay, how's the tree doing? Perception check?
Yeah, you can give me a perception check. You can see white roots are beginning to ingrain themselves on the tree.
Okay then.
Something you're doing must be working. Or black roots, sorry, not white. That has different connotations.
Oh god. To step 10 feet forward. And I'm gonna 34 Archer yet again.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh, I refreshed. I think all my tokens did correctly. Maybe, just maybe.
I don't like that.
As the psychic link begins to fall for some of the guards.
What guards are still alive?
Please tell me they are still alive.
Just this one. Just this one.
Oh, now I don't see the boat.
They are in a state of stasis.
Oh, she's way over there. Never mind.
I'm just gonna assume that's still being alive. Hoping that means alive.
And at this point, the tree begins to emanate
Oh no. F off tree.
how would I show this? There we go.
Oh god!
Wow.
It's a
I'm
disco.
blinded.
The tree begins to emanate colors, colors all within a sort of grayed out disposition. You look up in amazement as the tree is beginning to shift. The bulbs are no longer that of dream magic, but now of divinity. And the area is slowly being purified.
Oh
But-
god.
Hey, I can't bloody say anything.
They're-
But
they're-
they're keep doing it.
They're not dying. I just removed them from the battle.
It's like, oh my, what happened?
It's sucking them all in.
Just incinerated a bunch of people.
I'm a murder.
You hear in the back of your head, "Good job, little Fee."
Like, Fee
I-
hears that, or do we like hear that?
She hears that.
Okay.
I knew you would do good. I'm proud of you.
Thanks, Dad.
Thanks, Dad.
Thanks. An avocado. Thanks.
Free fresh avocado.
All right, is that the end of your turn, Fee?
Yeah, I already used my bonus. Actually, I can't use it for healing, so yeah, I'm gonna end my turn there.
Okie dokie. Ida.
Oh god, what would she do?
WWED. What would Ida do?
Yeah. She's gonna. Gonna go horribly. She's gonna stand up and more of. And okay. His eyes are no longer whited out, right?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, wait.
Oh no.
Half movement to stand up. 15 feet.
Just whack him for the love of
I
everything.
said, I'm trying to help. On the way up and kind of like dive jump at him to attempt a grapple check,
Okay.
which I think is athletics. Oh yeah.
That's funny.
I knew it wouldn't work, but it's in character.
It's in character. That's good.
Feel free to do whatever the fuck you want with that. Throw me over somewhere. Oh.
Oh god.
He flourishes akin to that of a dancer, and he repositions you on the battlefield. Think.
Okay. It's like,
It's like
yeah, that definitely.
Yeah,
It's like,
I
am I
reckon
prone or
like
just like
freaking-
set down?
No, you're not prone.
Okay.
Imagine Iris getting spinned. It's like, I don't know whether to be intimidated or charmed.
Well, okay. I'll end my turn there.
You notice Miyumir begins to their movements begin to become blurred as they shift and weave through time as they cast a spell on themselves.
Friends,
They cast Kinetic Jaunt.
not friends.
Not friends.
And he's going to back up and make 2 attacks at Gallant. Both of those will hit for 15 points of damage.
He's no longer raged, so it's half.
Yeah, it's not.
Finally! They did their job.
All right, roll me a d4. 1, 2, 3, 4 to determine his movement.
Wait. Roll
/ roll 1d4.
There was like one north,
1
east.
D4.
Oh, he moves north. Boop. All right, and he's going to. He's going to action surge. And he's going to make an attack with his whip, but this time he's going to enchant it with Shocking Grasp at Gallant. And he will hit. You watch as the whip cracks in the sky and wraps around Gallant's neck, shocking him for 1 point of damage.
What is Gallant's base AC?
It is 17.
Is
With
that
but that's added with the +2.
Okay, cool.
Man's got the same base AC as I do.
Same base AC as me.
Rao, it's your turn.
I'm gonna chase the guy.
Alrighty. You move up.
And reckless attack.
Okay, roll the hit for me. So you can just shift click your aura attack.
Just click.
A 17 will in fact hit for 7 points of slashing damage. That should be bludgeoning damage because it's an ore. Unless you sharpen the edges of the ore.
Oh god.
I'll make it bludgeoning damage.
It's supposed to be bludgeoning damage.
As you bonk him over the head, you watch as his dance almost kind of shudders for a second.
For the ore, are you currently raging? Is that why it's got a +2 on the damage? Or is that your...
Wait. Oh no, it needs to add an additional +2 because you're raging. Bonk. Hit him for an extra 2 points of
I was
damage.
wondering if it was the rage damage or if there wasn't the stat bonus.
Alright, and because you are raging, he can you can do your storm aura as a bonus action.
Okay.
Which means he has to make a dex save. He succeeds, so I believe he takes half damage. So he takes a total of... he just takes 1 point of lightning damage. Pink. Alrighty. Good stuff. Good stuff. Is that the end of your turn?
Nedla?
Nedra. I'm guessing that's the end of your turn?
Yes.
There we
Okie
go.
dokie. All right, it's the scout's turn. The scout's gonna move up here, 30 feet. Take one shot at Barrett.
Fuck off.
Oh god. Oh.
It's been an honor.
As the Barrett falls, and then she takes a second shot at Gallant. And Gallant takes 8 points of damage.
Avenge me, bud.
Avenge me.
You know what?
You don't have you don't have a reaction.
Ah.
You only have one of those.
I'm pretty sure you
Okay.
can only do it with Gallant anyway.
But Gallant
Yeah,
did take damage.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
yeah, I brain farted. I'm sorry.
We'll
my
pretend
mind
that
was-
didn't happen then.
My mind
No,
was
that
still
goal,
on forbearance.
good roll, come back to me later.
Yeah.
All right, Maxim, it is your turn.
Well, after seeing 2 arrows whiz over my head and hit 2 of my buddies, I only see one course of action.
To go hit the fucker.
And
Get him.
longsword.
Hit. And she falls.
Hell yeah.
Now, where was I? I was right here. I didn't actually measure my movement. I don't think I have enough
The
movement.
module measures it for you.
Yeah.
So you could move. You have an additional 15 feet, I believe? Yes. So you can move 3 tokens. Or 3 tiles.
Ah, wonderful. I'm chasing down freaking Karama, whatever the heck her name was.
Okie dokie.
Oh, you know what? I still have a bonus action. What am I gonna do with that? You see, I could spend a key to dash and get up next to her, but like at the same time, that just feels kind of bad because I only have the 3 key points. I've already spent one this combat, and I'm gonna go ahead and do it.
Okay.
So spending a key point to dash, and I'm gonna specifically walk all the way around her,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't get engaged. And I'm gonna go basically right there in a roundabout way.
All right.
Right there. It's like, you ain't getting away from me. And that will end my turn.
Biscuit.
Biscuit is very angry.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
I imagine Biscuit is a little angry.
I would
Biscuit
imagine so.
Biscuit is going to go up and hold on. I need to pull up Biscuit's. There we go.
Oh, that hits.
Biscuit is going to bite his ankles.
All right. Biscuit hits for 1 point of damage. Meow.
Me Biscuit doesn't turn into like a bear trap and just go.
All right. It's Korma's turn. Hmm.
Go ahead, try and run from me.
Okay. She's gonna cast Misty Step.
Oh my god.
Bink.
I take it that does not trigger my attack.
No,
of
sir.
That
opportunity.
doesn't trigger.
No, sir.
Okay, I was making
And
sense. Maxon just turns out to go, what the frickin'
She's gonna take 2
magic
attacks at you.
Nonsense. Ow. Ow.
Do you have your reaction back yet?
You do.
Yeah. I'm gonna attempt to catch the first one.
Okay.
Ow.
Nice.
I don't know how deflect missiles actually works.
You can spend a key point to throw it back.
Yeah,
Indeed.
well, only if I actually catch it.
You did.
Which,
I did. I did. I only have the 1 key point left, so I'm just gonna. You see me catch it, and I was like, "Ha ha! I got it!" And then punk right into my gut. Oh, See the second one.
And then she's gonna sheath her bow and bring out both of her short swords.
Pog.
Oi, let's fucking dance then!
I don't like that.
And I got how you speak in my language.
They don't talk like that. They're just making fun of you.
And then the bestial spirit is going to meow down to Gallant.
Gallant!
That will miss. Meow.
14 damage.
All right, Barrett, give me a death save, please.
Okay, I'm just gonna get a nat 20, come right back up, and then I'm gonna kick ass.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
We're gonna roll that one,
Love to see it.
but we're not gonna put that negative energy in here. Uh-oh.
Perfectly neutral.
I don't see the roll.
It's a 10.
Wait,
Yeah, 10.
do I still have bless? Because even though I'm down, because it added up to the roll.
No,
It's a saving throw.
I don't think
bless. I don't think bless is
I think
active,
that's different.
but that is a
Bless
fail.
would be there, but I don't think it applies.
Damn it.
It counted it as a fail, yeah.
No, it counts as a success, right? Yeah.
No, did it? Oh,
Yeah.
well, let me just alter that. Sorry about it.
I got it. Yeah, man, you had my hopes up there. I shouldn't have said anything.
Lorelai, it's your turn.
Wait, I can still do Buddy's turn.
Oh yeah, you can. My bad.
Get the candy, buddy.
Yeah, Buddy will just run out in front of Jargon and then claw. Oh.
He deflects it with the whip. You see, he grabs Buddy by like the beak and just flicks upward.
Oh, Buddy.
All right, Lorelai, your turn.
Okay. I would like to Eldritch Blast.
He's gonna cast shield.
Bastard.
What a bitch!
Deflecting your attack.
Man's an actual freaking blade singer wizard.
You son of a bitch! Hurting people I care about.
I'm gonna enjoy that bounty, living a life of luxury. You're killing a Bastion officer. I hope you all enjoy the bounty then.
I mean, we're pirate. I wish I was nearby. That way I could be in character. Like, I want pirates. That's what we do.
Gallant's going to walk up. I don't care about a fucking bounty. He's going to rage.
Bounties are shit chocolate anyway.
And he's going to reckless. Miss. He's gonna attack with the butt. Miss. Jagan. Jagan's gonna notice that Maxim ran away. And run away. Fee.
This is hard.
Whoa.
What is Nedra?
Nedra. You get a lot of background.
I bet you.
You're all good.
We're good.
Can't tell us. Is he standard yellow or is it green?
The injured is green.
Okay, I'm not do that spell yet then. Okay, that's better.
Let me change the intensity of that. Maybe it's a little too intense. There we go.
Okay, let me see here. Okay, first I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna use the med kit on you,
Okay.
Barrett.
Hooray!
And that takes my action, right?
Yep.
Okay, so as my bonus action, let me.
Roll me a d4, Bez.
A d4. Okay, let me see.
So Barrett is now stabilized.
Hooray!
You had to touch him to do that.
Mm.
All right.
But he's a
Ooh.
bird.
Ooh.
Does it count if it's a bird?
And I am passed out, but yeah. If
Okay,
it's,
that's sad. I can't.
that's fine. You know what? Yeah, if that goes against it, that's RP wise, fantastic RP. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't touch you. Okay. Okay, sorry, I couldn't use the bed.
No worries, P. Better luck next time. Have a fun time.
Sorry.
That's sad. Okay then.
Oh, that's funny as hell.
Where was I? I forgot.
You were right there.
Was
Yeah, you're to the left of me.
is that enough?
Man, I feel bad for that. You took the healer's kit and you end up can't even using it because of.
Yeah, I can't even use it.
Well, we'll
Sad.
figure out. We just got to give you leather gloves or something. I'm sure you'll be fine.
See, now I feel bad for pointing it out. I thought we were gonna do some cool role play, and instead we just took back the whole thing.
No, it's good. It's good to point it out.
Yeah, thank you for reminding me. I'm gonna second level healing word on Gallant.
Okay. Ooh, you heal him for 8. Okie dokie.
And that's gonna be the end of my turn.
Ida.
Yeah. I'm gonna yell as best you can. Keep him alive. I'll run back. Spare the dying.
Oh, okay. Roll me a d4 then for that.
D4 do.
All right. Barrett will be unconscious for 3 hours.
Cool.
You poor thing.
It's a little bird.
I mean, give him credit where it's due. He's a durable little bird.
Okay. End of turn.
All right, he's gonna make an intelligence check. His eyes lock onto Ida, and he's going to rush forward.
Oh.
He's determined to take somebody with him.
Gotcha.
Have you thought differently? Come on now.
He's gonna make 2 attacks.
Look at the situation. No. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh,
You-
wait a minute.
You
missed.
block both of them.
Based on we're willing to talk, but that's all she would do. Kind of heavy breathing after somehow not thinking she could do something like that. Uh-oh.
And he's gonna move here. Rao, it's your turn. Da-da-da.
Wait,
I don't know what I'm doing.
since he ran past a bunch of people, wouldn't
He has that spell.
He has kinetic dawn on, which means he doesn't take AOPs.
Nedra-chan.
we need Ro to smack a bitch?
We need Drow to smack all the bitches.
I'm gonna pee right quick.
Nedra, are you okay? You might be muted.
Oh.
Edra.
All right, I'll default to doing Rao's turn.
Okay.
I'm assuming Rao's going to move here and is going to make an attack with Reckless. And will hit. Wow, for 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
You love to see
Mink.
it.
Just because I wanna end up finishing this. Maxim.
Yeah, we're so
You're
close to done. Alrighty, there's really only one thing to be done here. Raise my sword, charge in, and punch her in the face.
All right.
I'm going to use my main action to punch. That way I get my additional armor class from Agile Parry.
Okie dokie.
So, first punch.
Hit.
Oh, yeah.
7 points of damage.
I will then spend my last key point to flurry.
Alrighty.
I want to put this person down. Bada boom.
Hit.
Bada boom.
That second attack will miss.
Damn it. Well, that's all I got.
All right. All right.
It's just like a very fast combination of like hitting her with the button with the pommel of my sword and hit it, then swinging around, punch her with my offhand, and just very fast combination of those types of hits.
Mm-hmm.
Both of
Essentially
you are
not hitting with the
bloody.
blade of the sword.
Beastkid, it's your turn.
And my armor class is 17 for temporarily.
Steph. What's Beastkid
Pepe.
doing?
Pepe. Pepe's typing.
Okay. Since Beastkid's a familiar, we could go back. Korma is. We can have Beastkid go on your turn. If that's alright. If that's alright. Korma's gonna make 2 attacks against Maxim. Hit. That one will miss.
That
but
one
10
will miss, but
10 is enough to
10,
bring you to unconsciousness.
It's exactly enough. I go down to one knee. It's like, shit. Good job.
Korma's gonna use her bonus action to stabilize you.
That
Or-
was unexpected.
Bonus action, and she's going to bring you to the castle.
Oh, okay. Suddenly it makes a lot more sense. Guys, help!
Oh no!
Help! I'm being captured.
That's sad.
I've been captured.
Lorelai, it's your turn. If you're back.
I can still do Buddy's turn, right?
Yes. I keep forgetting about Buddy, man. I'm sorry.
Okay. And Buddy
Claw.
will just do.
Claw him.
Buddy will claw.
Help!
Get him, buddy!
No.
No.
Stop it, Buddy.
Oh, he needs to make a con save for the kinetic jaunt. He succeeds. He needs to make like a couple of them, so I'll just make a few more. He fails. So he loses the kinetic jaunt. That's fair because I forgot it was a concentration spell. Lorelei, it's your turn.
I want to kill this man.
Oh no.
Okay. Do it then. Do it.
Well.
Gallant will use his reaction to give you the help action.
Oh god.
Do it.
So.
You can roll with advantage.
There we go.
Oh! Okay. Roll me an additional d10, please.
Watch it be another 10. Oh. Oh, get a biscuit! Get a biscuit!
How do you want to do this?
Oh.
Oh god.
I would like to summon a giant swarm of bees. I would like as many bees as possible with this.
Okay.
And maybe a splash of honey.
Just turn this
very
man into
Just
a
like-
hive.
Yeah. he will become a humanized hive.
Oh god.
As you summon your Eldritch Blast, you feel Gallant lend you some of his power for a brief period of time. Go, Lorelei! As you harness it forward, you watch as bees from across the island begin to swirl and circulate around the blast. As you fire it forward, you can't defeat me. I'm a member of the... You hit him with the blast. As it knocks him unconscious, you watch as the bees surround Midumir and begin to envelop him. And he disappears. And what remains there is a hive. A green hive.
I'm going to walk up to Ira and say, apologies. I did want to keep... for your sake, there was a brief period where I wanted to keep him alive, but he hurt too many.
Can you change the music?
Yes. What do you want me to change it to?
Anything not happy.
Okay.
Yeah. Our feet are not happy. I was gonna use sleep on him, but okay.
Okay, let me go back to some sad music. But we'll have to make it a little brief.
That's fine.
We gotta end this session.
Yeah. Ida's gonna like fall to the ground and like throw her hands where that body once was. Because if I understand right, basically these bees just completely just
evaporated
his
him.
body from the plane of existence.
The only thing that remains is the emblem of the silver flame.
Okay. Yeah. Ida's gonna paw at that for a good like 15 seconds, like looking for anything. And you're gonna see her turn her head towards Lorelei, tears like streaming down her eyes at that point, and then stand up, and she's gonna grab your collar. There's not much strength behind it. She's hurt, and she can't really do much, and she's trying to like sway you back and forth. I could have helped him. What? We're trying to save people. I thought we talked about that. I know. And she's gonna like shove your collar, like push you back, like letting go of your collar.
Ira, he had no intentions of talking.
I could have fixed the magic. I swear he had it.
Lorelei's gonna look away from Ira for a second. But with how much damage he caused to a person I care about, I can't let that go.
Gallant is going to stumble forward. You can see his body is leaking with blood as he walks over to Ida and gives her a hug. That man had no intention of trying to save us. He wanted to kill us. There's a difference. Greed held hold his heart.
She'll let that hug happen for a little bit, and then she'll kind of just like squirm out, look back at Lorelei, and you can tell she's trying to hold back anger as best as she can. There's more sadness there than anger, and then she is just going to storm off in the direction of Jagan and where Maxim were. Without
It's
another
just
word.
gonna pick up the silver flame.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I sent the Silver Flame logo in the chat. It is sent as a pin, and it is a very... You can tell that if this guy was on the totem pole at some point, he's probably pretty low on the totem pole. But even still, a member of the Silver Flame could be considered a crime. You are not sure. Gallant's gonna run over as he looks over and sees Barrett. Oh, fuck. No. He's gonna grab the small little parrot as it begins to rain again.
Do I have, like, just... Is it, like,
Gosh,
3 arrows?
the rain.
Is it just, like, 3 arrows, like, just stuck in my chest?
Fuck. Lorelei, you see for a moment Gallant has pure panic on his face as he attempts to, like, rummage through anything. Like, you see, like, old odds and ends from his pockets as he's rifling through them. Fuck.
So, I have a question, because I'm
Yes.
very unfamiliar with this current state that Barrett is in.
Mm-hmm.
So is he, like... So he's, like, stable, right?
Yes, he
Yeah,
is stable.
Ira stabilized him.
So, on a scale of, like, you know, how in danger he is...
He's at a 0.
Okay.
But
As long
Gallant-
as nobody hits him.
Gallant doesn't know that.
Okay.
But you probably would. As you would probably have seen that type of magic before.
Okay.
Fuck. Barrett, I'm sorry I wasn't there for you, buddy. He's gonna, like... Did you have a potion? Do you have magic? Could you fix him? Any of you? Fix him!
Let me see how he is. I check Barrett and I just see that he's okay, right?
Yes.
Gallant, he's gonna be fine.
Thank God.
He just needs some rest.
Fuck. Oh, everything went downhill. Oh, the bestial spirit. Why did this happen? Fuck, man. As he's gonna kick a rock. He's gonna go follow Ida.
She would have come to Joggin to see what was going on. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say, apart from, obviously, Barrett being very on the ground, Buddy would be very defensive and just, like, looming over him at the moment.
Okay. And I guess that'll be where we end our session today. On a little bit of a somber note. You achieved victory. But now, an interesting wrench has been thrown into the plan.
I got freaking yoinked.
As there is now a
Punk.
hostage in play. And that will be where we conclude today's session of Golden Opportunity. Wow.
Wow.
We went a little bit longer than we should have. But I think it's fine.
I killed a man.
You killed a man.